everybody. Welcome to another DSP video. We are gonna get into the rest of part 3 of the June Quarterman react and probably start the 4th part. But I think the best way to start this video is by watching the Saros closing ceremony, if you will. So let's get started. All right.
See, like, I'm on World 5 and 9. There's 4 more to go after this, right? Arguably, it could be another 15 plus hours. Are you guys going to show up in another 2 weeks for more Saros? It's really the same thing over and over and over. You know? And to be honest, I
like he keeps saying he loves roguelikes and roguelites, whatever the fuck at this point. And yet, like, he keeps, like, for some reason, like, Returnal and Saros being roguelikes is, like, the worst thing ever. Like, you could argue, I guess, like, with Hades and Hades 2, like, the runs you do are, like, kind of feasible, because you're not going through a lot, and it's very fast. Like, I guess, like, Returnal and Saros, mostly Returnal, I guess, was more guilty of this, but this is kind of asking you to do more than Hades. Like, it's kind of unfair, but Saros gives you, like, upgrades. Like, you can always get an upgrade each run, I believe. And I know a lot of people talk about the menu he, like, refuses to use, but you knew what this game was. And I also want to highlight, like, he keeps saying how it's okay for us to, like, drop games and all this, and yet when he drops a game, it's like a big deal. I don't know how to describe it other than, like, he kind of has a big, like, it runs right his patience, or he talks about the support, but he just it's so bizarre, because I also feel like, let's say that the next game he plays, then he's like, okay guys, I think that's it, or whatever, and it's like a normal, like, quitting of the game, and that would also be, like, dramatic, because it'd be like, what the fuck? This is weird. Because DSP makes everything weird. Like, you never really know what's going on in that head of his.
Annoying. I am annoying. I agree there. I am annoying. But I am annoyed that you barely are seeing anything new, and the world is reused as well. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
Like, that aspect I don't quite understand, because, like, even in Hades you're going through the same, like, levels, the same order, the same enemies. Like, the only thing that really changes is the enemy variety you face, and maybe the order of bosses, but, like, there is always something that's different with each run. But it is, like, overall, like, you're doing the same shit over and over, the same boss fights, the same boss patterns, and he didn't say anything about that. But this, oh man, let me tell you. I will also say it's good DSP dropped Hades 2, because he will never do, like, the actual bonds you can do in Hades 2. Like, you can actually go to, like, to the springs for a bath, and all this other stuff. DSP would never do that, because that would mean he would have to be, like, interested in the characters, and DSP is never that.
It's just everything reused. So I don't know. I think we're done.
I don't know.
Unless something really convinces me otherwise, I really feel like we're done. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
So I hope you enjoyed Saros here on DSP Gaming. I'm pooped. Really, I'm just exhausted with the game overall. I'm not really in the mood to play it anymore. I think I'd like to move on and do other things. We got other games coming up. We got some other games we tried out that I actually want to start and see if they work.
God of War Sparta game, whatever the fuck.
So
why doesn't DSP play that game?
Saros, guys. Okay.
All right. Go back to that game.
Thank you for watching, Saros. I hope you enjoyed the run.
Love God of War Sparta.
To be honest, I don't think there's much more that we were going to see that was going to impress us regardless. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's all right. By the way, for the record,
I think it's all right.
They are speculating this game has not done well.
This is dumb. Like, I've heard so many people say this, and I just want to like kind of put this out there. Was Housemarque expecting this game to be a blockbuster? Like, were they making this game in the anticipation of it like selling like hotcakes? Because at the same time, yeah, it may not have sold well, but what if like the developer of like Housemarque or whatever the fuck is like, we don't like, yeah, it's underwhelming, but we don't care. We're gonna keep trucking ahead with these kind of games. Like, they could be underwhelmed with the sales, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna necessarily abandon these kind of games. Uh, and Sony may not even care. Like they like again, like it's one thing to report like, yeah, it didn't sell as much, but it's another to be like, okay, it didn't sell that much, so we're gonna lay off everybody, and no more Sorrows, no more Returnal, no more of this company. They're all homeless now. Like there is very like different things and different outcomes that may come from this. But people like DSP will like hyper fixate on it did not sell bajillion gajillion copies and it didn't make everyone love Sorrows forever. And it's like, okay, like what if it wasn't trying to do that? You know? Like but of course these be but DSP's gonna fixate on it because he was very critical of it because it's like Returnal. And then he's gonna say, guys, see, nobody cares about this. And I'm right because it's hard. Wah, like he did for Returnal or whatever. But it's like, who knows? Like, the expectation or the will of the developer.
Sales wise. Reason being, it's not anywhere on any charts. Meaning it's not anywhere on any sales charts, and they can't, if it's not on the sales charts, then what did it sell? And it's weird because when it came out, guys, there was like no media for it. Like no one was talking about it, and there was like no advertisements.
Okay, so even with this, you could even argue, okay, maybe it didn't sell that well because it wasn't getting marketed. So that's like irrelevant to the quality of the game. Like I'm sorry, if you're gonna talk about sales in games and then bring up that it wasn't marketed, then like it's not the quality of the game. It's just straight up that you just didn't market it, and that sometimes does happen, and it sucks when it happens to good games and good properties and good movies and good whatever the fuck. But that's just sometimes how it happens. Like indie games don't get good fucking promotion either half the time. But whatever, okay.
So I don't think many people even knew that it was coming out when it did. So I think it massively undersold compared to Returnal. If you remember, Returnal was heavily hyped because it was a PlayStation 5 exclusive at the launch of PlayStation 5. Whoa. It was only, what, like 6 months after the release of PlayStation 5 that it came out? So it being an exclusive was like a huge deal, while Sorrows just really isn't. So, yeah, I'm curious actually how it sold and if it's going to get any kind of notoriety, or if it's just Xanarkin says, I heard it sold a little over 300,000 copies, which is not good. No, and again, Returnal sold like crazy because it was the big exclusive on PS5, so that is awful.
Now, I think it's funny, right? He's saying this about Return. Oh my god, dude! Like, let's rant about this for a fucking minute. This dude was like, yeah, Returnal sold a lot. It's amazing and it's cool and all this shit because it was the first year of the PlayStation 5 and no complaints. Nintendo, they released the Switch 2. They released Mario Kart. Then they released Donkey Kong. Guys, they're releasing these games because there's nothing else going on. And Nintendo's failing and they're losing. And their artificial scarcity and all these conspiracy theories about Nintendo as they pump out like exclusive games at a decent pace, mind you. And these games, like, the worst that it was Mario Kart World was fun. It's just the online was like whatever. That's like the biggest sin of Mario Kart World was the online was like whatever, but the game was fun. The biggest sin ever. Donkey Kong Bonanza. People liked that game. It wasn't like an amazing game, but it was pretty good and solid and fun. And all this other stuff. And DSP was like, releases because there's nothing else going on the Switch too. But the PS5 gets like scraps, like crumbs in the first year, and he's like, see, it was a big deal. Returnal came out. Like, I just love that, like, Nintendo literally can do everything wrong. Like, they could do everything DSP wanted. Everything. To the letter. And he will still bitch about them. And say they fucked up. He's hyped for the Star Fox 64 remake. He's gonna hate that game. He's gonna be like, this is stupid. They should have never made it. And he's gonna wish Star Fox stayed in a warehouse.
Actually. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Well, everyone, I want to say thank you
And wasn't this
for
also
watching
more expensive
Soros.
than Returnal? But whatever.
I think that's going to be it for DSP Gaming for the run. I just,
the run.
It's just not entertaining enough for me. It's certainly not entertaining for you because you guys are bored of it. You've been telling me multiple streams that you're bored of it. So yeah, on to other stuff. Okay, guys. Caparito, thanks for a final $1. I appreciate it.
Oh, he gets to count. Oh, no, he does count dollar kicks. I almost thought it was like a one kick, but that's like
it's just funny too because one final note. When I was playing Returnal, I outright said, "Man, I guess I don't like roguelikes then. If this is how the game is." And then I remember I went on to play other roguelikes that I loved, Hades, Balatro, to name a couple. Hell, last year we had Blueprints. So many unique.
Why doesn't he play Metallic Child?
That's a really stand out and are very good.
And it saves your progress. It's great.
This one is.
I want to go back.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this one, it's exactly the same.
It's a little.
It's
Returnal, anime
only with a different story, maybe slightly better graphics, but it's like it doesn't stand out like Returnal stood out. This doesn't because it feels like the same game again. So it's not like I don't like roguelikes. I would love to play more. It's just this formula is too grindy and too
But
draining.
This is like it is a little different because it's interesting that a lot of people keep comparing to bullet hell games, and it's like, yeah, because there's a lot of projectiles on the screen. But again, this game asks a lot from you, and DSP is not the ideal gamer for this game. If that makes sense.
Thank you all for watching Returnal. Excuse me. I meant to say Soros, but that's the Freudian slip you have when it's the same game twice.
Freudian slip. That means that he likes Returnal. If he keeps thinking about Returnal, that means he likes it. Like, that's what a Freudian slip means. It means that you're just subconsciously admitting to, I think, or something like that. It's like you're saying something that, like, you don't want other people to know that whatever. Let's move on. That sounds like a fucking idiot.
Well, I am pooped. What? I'm going to say one thing. It sucks because having a stream like that as the last stream of the week really stinks. Because now I can't be here for 2 days. Normally it would be like, oh, that's...
Remember, he is successful. He's not, like, desperate for money. But it sucks when he ends a week like this. Like, this is such bullshit. Like, because if you genuinely mean that, then you would be like, okay, yeah, see you tomorrow. And then that's it. And move on.
That's okay. Like, it's Thursday night. That's fine. That we had a stream that wasn't very successful because I'm here. Like, oh wait, I'm not here. I'm not here for 2 days. I come back on Sunday.
He got like $200 on the first stream, and he's acting like this on the late stream. Like, I just love it because I think even on the daily crap, he was like, I want to say I made like $250 on the day stream, so I can't complain. And shit like that. He says all that shit all like during the daily wrap, but in this stream. Yeah, man, it sucks I have to end the week this way. I just, it's kind of funny. He acts as if these streams are so, like, separate that you're not even supposed to think about the stream that happened before. And then we watch the daily rep, you're not supposed to think about the stream you just watched, or whatever. Like completely ignoring that all of these things are happening to the same guy right here.
There's still a chance if you contribute $50 to see a unpacking of Pokemon cards if you're interested.
Oh my god,
it's happening right now.
This card pack shit is insane, by the way. Like, oh my god. The day stream. I kind of want to do a video on it. Kind of, maybe. But he was like, oh my god, what was it? What was that? What am I trying to say? Like, he is trying so hard to like make it so complicated that it's like, yeah, if you have to do all these qualifiers for card packs, just have it be a free celebration then. Like, and that's how he hyped it up. We're gonna get the card packs, and then we're gonna like maybe we'll do it when we catch a Pokemon or whatever the fuck. And now it's like, well, if you give me $50, I'll do a pack. Like, first he wanted $100. That was the first thing, and his chat was pushing back. Like, not just Kick chat, but the YouTube chat, the meaningful chat, pushed back, and you saw immediately he went from no, it's gonna be $100 because 50 would make it too disruptive or whatever the fuck. The moment that they started pushing back and explaining why it's like a grift and threatening to say it's like a goal, he immediately caved to $50 because he caved to that because he wanted to hide the fact that it's a goal. But these are like, I mean, even if you fundamentally say, well, it's not a goal because he's not working towards anything or whatever, but it's still it. Even if you don't want to call it that, let's drink the Kool-Aid for a bit and say yes, we do not. It is not a goal, Phil. You're right. It will share the same problem. Like, that's the problem. A lot of DSP's begging shares a lot with the goals. And like it just shows he just straight up did not comprehend what people had with the goal. And he kind of said that even when he was talking about it, where it was just straight up, he was basically telling the chat, well, you guys didn't like it when I had a goal, so this isn't a goal, but if you get like it was straight up that he's basically saying, since you didn't like things being called goals, I'd stop calling things goals. Like, that's not the problem. Like, the problem is that it was called a goal or that you were doing goals. It was just you kept hounding the chat. Like, again, you really have to talk to DSP like he's a baby. Like, he doesn't like, you can't assume he can understand the criticism because he's a fucking idiot.
Now, let's go. Let's do a final unpacking of the week right now. Let's go.
Like, look at this begging. Like, and this is what I said even during the vest streak, the peak of the vest streak. The moment that he found another way to beg that wasn't like, guys, give me money. He like quadrupled down and like fucking like bounced for it. He was like, that was like giving like cocaine to a crack addict. Like a dude who never no, you give cocaine to a dude who never did. You're like, dude, get a load of this, and they do it. And their whole life is ruined after that. That's what the vest streak was. It was this dude's cocaine. The moment he started doing the vest, and he was like, guys, yeah, I'll give you $100. I'll put on a vest, and then it went on from that. Like that became a drug, and that's what's going on. He got rid of goals, and then he started meandering a bit. It was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't have goals, and now he found the new fix, the new drug, cards. So now he can beg his chat to give him $50 to unpack cards, because it's not begging, it's not a goal, it is unpacking cards, and that's hype right now, guys. Remember when he used to like a moral stand about how adults are ruining card games now because they're buying cards and shit? Guess who joined in on that hobby? This guy. All these like virtue signaling bullshit. Like, again, if you believe these things, if you're like, oh, I think it's fucked up and whatever, then fine. And if you follow through with that, fine. You can talk all you want about it. But if you're gonna sit there and like wipe your ass all over the camera about how you're a moral idiot, then you're gonna be called out for that if you fall back. And I mean, whatever. Like, this dude will sit there and just fucking grandstand his own points over and over without even like a hint of self-awareness about it. And we got like the kindergarten music.
Okay, let me switch back to the PC.
Okay, we're gonna like move on ahead. Look how long it takes him. I don't remember him taking this long to switch from console to PC or whatever the fuck at all. But that's the power of stalling. But there's a reason why I wanted to do this.
Okay.
Okay.
That would be amazing. I would unpack 10 packs right now. I'm just saying. All right. Anyway, that's it, guys, for the week. So, overall, a good week. I want you to understand, overall, this was a pretty good week. If anything, you know, we wrapped up the games that I don't think were doing so well. Sadly, Directive 8020 was one of them, right? Sadly, Soros, incredibly hit or miss. There'd be nights when people would come out for Soros and support it, and other nights where we get, like, nothing, like tonight. This being the slowest stream of 2026 tonight really sucks. Seriously?
The slowest stream of 2026. I thought Slay the Spire 2 was the slowest, huh?
There's not even, look.
Look.
There wasn't even a top subsection. There wasn't even a top subsection on the stream tonight, and that's appropriate because there were no subs. Cat Burrito, thanks for another buck. Okay, so at the very least, we got a couple games out of the rotation, right? That people didn't really like. I think Saros was definitely one, and I think that Directive 8020 I liked, but you know it is what it is.
God.
We still got Pokemon going.
The Directive 8020 crash out was so funny. It was so funny. It was crazy. Man, I've been wanting to do a video on that. I never did it. I never did. Same with the Forza wheel. Like, this dude, this has been a very weird, like, 2 weeks. Like, it's kind of, like, it's kind of silly, because it's, like, these are crash outs that are not, like, super unique or special, but they're also special in other ways. I don't know how to describe it, like, because I was watching, I was like, I don't think I need to do a video talking about this. But then it's like, I'm thinking about, like, yeah, these were really weird crash outs he did, and weird things to rant about, but it's like, I don't know what's going on in the Burnell household, but something's going on. Something's up. Like, it's just weird. It's just weird shit.
Right, and after that, we have another Pokemon game on deck. We now have Pokemon cards in hand to unpack when we play Pokemon, which is awesome. Okay. We got a new game in the rotation.
A new game.
Lego Batman, which I think is a really great game. I'm enjoying it so far. Can't wait for more.
Oh my god,
we got 007.
God damn.
First Light coming out on Tuesday. I'll be playing that, so I hope you're excited for that.
That's coming out Wednesday. So
and next week we're going to do other new stuff. Like, we're going to try this trading card game simulator. We're going to do a stream of the Baby in Yellow. So next week we're going to get some good variety into the mix. So now that Saros is out, we'll have the freedom to do that.
Okay, low-key, this is... See... Oh my god. I talked about this before, because he did this, like, during Crimson Desert, and it's, like, so annoying, because it's, like... It just shows how much of a diva this guy enjoys being. Because he played Crimson Desert, and he knew there were new games coming out, like, the following week or whatever. So, he, like, pretended to have a crash out about these games. Or at least he indulged in the crash out, maybe. Maybe, like, these were genuine crash outs, but he just indulged in it because he knew that new games were coming out. Or whatever. Like, I don't know how to describe it without sounding, like, without, like, talking more. But, like, he will play a game, and because there's nothing going on, there's nothing happening, so there's no reason. Like, he couldn't, like, you know how he used to say that he's not forced to play games anymore. That's not really true. He is still forced to play games, because what would he have done if he dropped Saros last week or the week before? Like, you notice that he had to keep playing Saros and these other games that didn't do well because he had nothing else to do. Like he played Dragon Quest 7 the first 2 weeks or whatever. You think he was gonna drop that? What would he replace it with? Nothing. So we are still, like, in a position where DSP literally can't drop games until a new game comes out. So lo and behold, he's done playing Sorrows, and then what's happening next week? 007. Like every game he's playing is literally to fill time for the next game. Like he kind of devalues it when he talks like this sometimes to me, where it's like nothing feels like organic. Where it's like, okay, I think I want to move on to something else. It's just, all right, we can finally drop this game because a new game's coming out tomorrow. Like that's not really like showing me that you are done with it. It's just you're like just putting up with it because you're waiting for another game to come out when he could have played any other game. Like, he still hasn't played Tomodachi Life, and like, his excuse to not playing Tomodachi Life is so dumb. I'm sorry. I'm not a huge sim guy myself. I'm not a sim gamer or whatever the fuck. But I got Tomodachi Life on a whim. And he acts as if, like, we will be in menus maybe for DSP we're going to be in menus for, like, 10 hours. But there was still stuff to do, even with, like, the beginning of the game. And he's acting as if, like, you can't do anything. Like, you realize, like, at the beginning of the game, you can only make, like, 3 villagers, and then you can make 6 for a while, and then you can get unlimited eventually. But, like, that's, like, down the line. And he's sitting there acting like, yeah, we're gonna be doing boring stuff forever. It's like, but I also thought that the night seems supposed to be chill. Like, Tomodachi seems like a chill game. But he keeps over-promising games and then never playing them. Like, and then he talks himself out of it. He hypes it up, and then he starts to talk himself out when he doesn't want to play it. Like, he hyped up Tomodachi Life just on the idea alone of what Tomodachi Life is, and then as we got closer to the release, he started to realize, oh, actually, I would have to play the game. Yeah, that sucked, guys. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
literally, watch him play Animal Crossing again. When he was playing it, Cat did all of the meaningful work in that game. All he did was fish and walk around. Cat did all the work. He did nothing. The only thing we got from him was him like telling Cat he's trying or whatever. That one clip. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to like do something with that clip. Like, put on my soundboard.
Kind of locked in, continuing on with the games that we were playing like that. I'm happy that we don't have that locked in anymore, you know? I'd much rather play games you guys want more of. So, that's going to be next week. But remember, I am off for 2 days. And when I return on Sunday...
Okay, we're going to move on.
We are going to play some more Pokemon Fire Red, so there will be a guaranteed...
Okay, I don't care.
Play it more seriously than we did the other night. That should be pretty fun.
There is literally a point to this, guys. Don't
All right,
worry.
guys, that's it. By the way, for the record, I know there's no more contributions coming in. They would have already come in if they were going to come in, and they didn't. So that is it for the week. All right,
that's it for the week.
So kick viewers, let's see. Cat Burrito with another $1.50. Thanks, Cat Burrito.
Okay, come on.
Thank you for the Diamond Super Sticker, Cat tonight, right? Okay. So I'm going to send all the Kick viewers over to Mad TV. Let's see what he's up to, and everyone have a good night. Okay?
I hate the let's see what he's up to. Like, he talks about these people as if like they're like oh my god, what is the how to describe it? I want to say like it's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood almost, where he's like, okay guys, we're gonna see this other guy. But it's like I don't know, it's kind of patronizing. He kind of talks to everyone like they're children, like he's the only adult. Like he's the only adult on the planet. Everyone around him is a child.
Okay?
Okay. But here we go.
Okay. All right, and everyone on the YouTube side, thank you for chilling tonight. You know, I'll say this, and you know, they're gonna, the people on the Kick side are gonna get wind of it anyway, but this...
The people, like, look at this. Look at this. He sends the Kick audience away. Like, okay, they're gone, right guys? Okay, now I can tell you, they're gonna catch wind of this, because again, like, I don't think he genuinely believes that Kick is run by Kino Casino, but I do feel there's a degree where he feels like, let's say he runs Kick Chat the same way he runs YouTube Chat, like exactly, like he doesn't allow any trolling or whatever, and he moderates it like just as heavily. Like he's afraid that Kino Casino is gonna be like, okay, let's fucking attack Phil. Let's explode and do shit. So he's just like kind of like I'm just gonna like let them do stuff, and I'm gonna like do whatever, and I'm gonna act like a victim or whatever the fuck. Like he's gonna act like a nice guy so he can like be a victim all the time. But uh, it is so funny. He sends them away, and then it's like, okay, let's show the Kick viewers. If and this is the guy. Just keep in mind, this is the guy who tells you, if you have a problem, you should talk to me, to my face. Say it to me, Ree. But he sends the Kick audience away to then complain about the Kick audience to the YouTube audience. Again, he keeps like pitting his audiences against each other, and then like he talks to YouTube chat like Kick Chat's like a bunch of kids. Like this is like bullshit behavior. like this, like and he says, I treat you guys equally. I just don't respond to Kick because you say dumb shit. But you keep like enable like I don't like it's as I said, what do you want from the Kick audience? If you want them to like interact and be meaningful or whatever, then why don't you just like have the chat be that then? And actually ban trolling or whatever. But then he says, "No, I like it when it's rowdy." But then he'll complain when it's rowdy. Like he literally created the monster, and now the monster's too big for him to control. Like if KickChat was YouTube and Susan was running that chat and it was running like that, DSP would say that Susan fucked up and Susan created the monster. Like DSP created the Kick Chat. He wanted the Kick Chat to be this way.
But this week was a really toxic week over on Kick. I don't know what happened. I don't know why they opted to be so toxic. It's disappointing.
It's disappointing. Why did they become so toxic? Sorry, there's like something in my teeth, but they were complaining about Forza, right? As far as I remember, and that's simply his fault. He either doesn't remember or he doesn't think much of it or whatever, but he hyped the fuck up about Forza and using the wheel. Now, I knew the second he bought that dumb fucking wheel, it's like, yeah, if he's not gonna play Truck Sim anymore, that is going to storage and you will never see it again because this guy is lazy. Like, when I'm done doing a video, I put like the tripod for my camera, the mic shit in a closet because this is not a room that's like only for streaming and shit. So I put it into the closet. It's like I do that, and it's like I don't want to do that. I don't want to get. I don't think I'm gonna do a video anymore. Like that would be DSP. Like it's just he's so lazy. He didn't want to get the wheel out, so he starts talking down, saying, actually, we're just not gonna use the wheel, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna use the wheel. I think we're gonna use the controller because I don't know how successful the game is gonna be or whatever. And then he gets scared away from using the wheel because of all these other people saying, "Oh, it's harder to play with the wheel," and this and that. Like, it's the same bullshit I said about him not wanting to play a video game in a stick shift. Like, if there was a better time to not know how to drive a stick shift and to try and fuck around, it's in a video game. Like, he's acting, like, he acts as if, like, if he tried playing stick shift in like Truck Sim, people are gonna die and the car is gonna explode and he's gonna have to pay for the insurance. But it's like, dude, it's a video game. You're not actually driving a car. You don't know how to drive. Like you can like literally crash into 1,000 cars in Truck Sim and not have to worry about going to court or going to prison for manslaughter or whatever. Like you're playing a video game. And he was like talking about Fortnite, and then it's like, and he's like, I don't want to play. Why? Why is he so terrified of playing standard, playing with the wheel in Forza? He acts as if he plays it with a wheel, like his entire, like everyone's gonna like attack him and destroy him and drag him out of the playhouse, and then like uh force him to force him to live in a cardboard box. I don't know where this fear came from, but it's sheer laziness that he doesn't want to get the wheel. And it's like, why did you buy it then? And again, he also enforces on Game Pass, Mister. If that Game Pass, no risk. He did all this shit. He bragged so much. Oh, it doesn't matter if I make a lot of money or not. We could try anything, man. He didn't even want to try Forza until like the chat was like begging him to, and then like he hypes up an ending game night as this time fail picks. I'm gonna pick the games, and then he does that stream, and then the whole night, what do you guys want? What do you guys want? What do you guys want? So you hype up a stream where you're gonna pick the games you're gonna try out. The only game he picked was like the blackjack game and I think the card game. And then when I tuned in, I just kept hearing, "What do you guys want? What game do you want me to play? Do you think I should play this game?" And it's like, bitch, I thought you were picking the game. And you could tell he was nervous that the stream wasn't gonna do well. So he needed an out. He needed a way to blame the trolls. So he came up with, I'm gonna pick Forza, and then I can brag about I'm such a magnanimous dude, and I'm amazing. And if the chat doesn't like it, I can say I told you so, and I'll be validated and vindicated, and all this other bullshit. And then he played it, and then he was like, "See, guys, you guys didn't care for Forza." And he doesn't think that this makes him look like a bitch. So he sends Kick out, says that they've been toxic. Bitch, you were hyping up Forza, the wheel. Then you finally play it, and you're just like, "See, guys, you guys don't care for this game." And now it's doomed forever. And then say, "Well, I don't mind playing it." Bitch, you're being so negative about it. Like, he's such a little baby.
Because up to now, it's kind of been this like love-hate relationship, you know what I'm saying? Where like the people on Kick sometimes razz me or are negative, and then sometimes they're here for fun, and sometimes it's somewhere in between. I'm totally okay with that. But this week, they were like overly negative the whole week, and
this is insane. Like, I've never heard a streamer like I could understand. I could understand that a person could be streaming and they could be annoyed that people in the chat are not receptive in what they're saying, or they may not understand. Like, that is one thing. Like, that's one thing, and that's strictly like about just annoyance in an argument. Like, you could talk to someone and they may not understand what you're saying, and that may be annoying. But this is also just straight up like, why don't they like me? Why aren't they being nice to me? They're being mean to me. Like, it's not even like these people just don't understand. Like, I explained to them, and like, I don't know. And I also just don't think that a lot of streamers can like uh uh not look annoying when they do this either. Like, even if you could understand why they're doing it, it doesn't necessarily mean that that it's okay to do it. You know, like,
I don't know what caused that. Because last week, actually, when I was doing the quartering react, they were cool. And now this week was like the opposite. They were just, you know, being very toxic and negative. And I apologize to the regulars, because I know you heard me arguing with the Kick audience a lot this week. And that was disheartening and annoying.
You argue with everyone. You argue with everyone. And I love that we're acting as if he never argued with his chat before. Like, this dude literally, like, it is not made. I don't know. I mean, I may be overreacting, but I think it's not made fun of enough how this guy like crashed out over being called cringe, and then the Lavinia shit. all these things were like minor low stakes shit. Phil, I think you're pretty cringe. And he's like, okay, eat shit out of my ass. Lavinia, Phil, there is actually a fan in the mini PC, and I think you're wrong. No, Lavinia, this PC is supposed to catch on fire, dumb fuck, idiot. And then, like, he starts the next stream. Oh, actually, there is a fan. Oh, sorry, you gonna apologize? Oh my god, this guy is asking for apologies. Fuck you, eat shit out of my ass. And this guy's like, I'm so sorry you had to see me argue. Bitch, they seem to say worse. Like, actually, the shit he said to the kick chat was like almost more tame than what he said like 2 years ago or even last year. But this is bullshit anyway. And he is saying this behind their back. Like, I kind of feel like what kick chat should be doing when he comes back is saying, Phil, we know you talk shit behind our back. Why didn't you tell us when we were on stream? Why were you gossiping behind us like a little girl? Like, because this is exactly the type of behavior DSP says is little girl behavior, gossip behavior, little bitch behavior. And this is what he did. He sent them away and then talks to his fucking YouTube chat. The saving grace in all of this is he says, well, I know they're gonna know about this, but they can't actively talk to you when you're talking about them actively. And the way he talks to them is like nasty too, because in the deal, like, let's continue.
You know, I'm hoping that maybe next week things will cool down for whatever's going on over there. You never know what it is. Is it like Kino Casino getting them worked up and then they come?
Oh my god, this dude is so paranoid. And again, I do think the reason he doesn't ban anyone in Kick Chat and he doesn't want to and all this stuff, and like, he's banning a lot of socks, sure. It's not necessarily that he's banning 0 people, but it's very clear that he wants it to be known that it's okay to troll there or whatever, is simply because he doesn't want Kino Casino to like go harder on him, you know? So like I think that's what this is. He's so paranoid that he thinks that he thinks that Kino Casino is gonna go after him like really hard, I guess. Like I don't know what he expects them to do, because even like iDubbbz, from what I mean, I'm not very like that invested with the beef between those two, but the most I have seen is that like iDubbbz is just saying like, oh, they keep talking about my wife, they keep making fun of me, it's bullshit, whatever. Like, he's just saying that they keep making fun of him, and that's all they're doing. Like, is Kino Casino like going to iDubbbz's house? Are they doing like a lot of more crazier shit that I don't know about? I don't know. Like, does he think that Kino Casino is gonna start like planning trips to go to his house? I don't know. Like, I don't know what he thinks that they're gonna do. But the thing is, he doesn't have to sit there and be like, oh my god, little stepping on eggshells half the time. Like, come on.
And they come over here and they get all pissy with me. Like, what did I do? All I want to do is stream. Why you got to be a dick to me?
I gotta hear this again.
Never know what it is. Is it like Kino Casino getting them worked up and then they come over here and they get all pissy with me? Like, what did
he thinks it's all an up. He thinks the entire kick chat's an up. And that might be the case, because there's a lot of LARPers. Like his chat, I would argue, is like a nightmare scenario for any streamer. Like just on the surface level, like, whatever. Because you have fans that are very like either sus at worst, at best they're like Jade. Like that like Jade is like the ideal like viewer you'd want, because Jade is Jade. In this scenario, mind you, in DSP, like if you wake up tomorrow and you're DSP, you're just gonna be glad Jade is around. That's it. Everything else around you, everyone else, you don't know if they're genuine or not. It is like insane. It's a minefield of like, you don't know what advice is good advice that you're getting from either direction. And like, there is a part of me that feels bad, but at the same time, like, he also has no taste in his own content. He has no like agency in his own stream. He doesn't say this like, well, I don't want to do this, so I'm not gonna do it. It's like he has to like farm people into wanting what he wants them to want, basically.
What did I do? All I
What did
want to
I
do is
do?
stream. Why you gotta be a dick to me with a fucking stupid wheel bullshit and Forza
And then,
bullshit?
and then again, just think about this. He's like, why is Kino Casino riling them up? Phil, you snaked the casino, right? Remember when DSP snaked the casino and he lied to them and he robbed the casino and he did all this shit? Maybe what if Kino Casino is so angry with Phil? He's like, they robbed us, Andy. We gotta get him back. And Andy's like, yeah, let's fuck him up. And then they like send the trolls in his chat to spam Patrick. Like that's their epic revenge for the King Snake arc. That's what's going on, Phil. You snaked the wrong people. Like it's like and like, what if that's the case, Phil? What if they're just angry that you snaked the casino? Remember all these brags he did? Like it is so funny. And now with the Darziak leaks, it proved that he did fly out to Connecticut to hang out with his family because in the DMs of Darziak, he said that his mom has like a year tops to live or whatever the fuck. So he went to see them as an emergency or whatever situation. And I sat there and I was like, wait a minute. In the Kino Casino emails that DSP was sneaking in, he said, PPP, how do I get a real ID? This is bullshit, even though we had like decades to get real ID. Real ID was a thing like for years. I mean, I got it like years ago. And this guy waited and waited and waited until last minute, like classic Phil. And he's like, how do I get real ID? This is bullshit. And so he was telling the truth then. Like, how much of it was a lie? Like, at this point, if I were to believe DSP lied, what did he lie about? Because almost everything in the DMs that seemed to be a lie actually came true. I guess the only thing you could reasonably say might be a lie is that the amount of pets he had other than Jasper. Maybe he had other animals, but not as much as he said he did. Like, because he said I think he told people he had like exotic pets. I don't think he had exotic pets. That might be the only lie. That and then like I don't know. But again, as I said, those DMs, regardless if he's honest or not, does not put him in a good position. Like either way, like again, DSP has a knack to put himself in bad situations, and it's like I don't know why he does this. Like it really is like he needs a caretaker. Like he needs someone to handle his streams, the people who he talks to. Like he needs someone to kind of filter for him. Like he needs a parent. Like he needs a parent almost. Like he needs a supervisor. Like I wouldn't say Kat because Kat was talked into marrying him. So I don't think she's a good person either in that position. But she at least knew to get a job. Like, she knew not to continue making videos.
Bullshit, you know what I mean? So, who knows? So I am hoping that next week, and by the way, next week should be a 6-day week. So hopefully we'll get back to normalcy. Maybe what we'll do next week is we'll look at some of the comments that I got about suggestions for the next React, and we can start planning out the next React event and stuff like that next week, okay? Cabarito, thank you for a
I hope
buck.
it's Chris Chan. He should watch Chris Chan. Especially the part where Chris
They had a
Chan,
segment on me the other day. That's, they're gonna have segments on me forever. They're not, the casino is never going to stop talking about me because they make money when they do.
What I'm
right? So they're gonna
about.
bring it back every once in a while. I just know I won't be their major focus anymore because there's nothing interesting going on over here that they care about. You know what I mean? I'm
Wait, what?
talking about me because they make money when they do.
What?
They had a segment on me the other day. That's, I mean, they're gonna have segments on me forever. They're not, the casino is never going to stop talking about me because they make money when they do.
I'm sorry,
right?
I thought
so
this was going to be a short segment.
Once in a while. I just know I won't be their major focus anymore because there's nothing interesting
I don't know
going
if I'm
on
going to
over
be
here
able to
that
watch
they
the
care about.
quarterman stuff.
You know what I mean? I'm a gamer. I'm not doing drama shit or nothing.
Gamer.
So they'll come back every once in a while, and then you know it's going to be like that. I just hope that. I definitely hope that we're not in a situation where it's
This
like
dude wants to
every
milk
single day on
attention.
kick now.
You know, he just wants to milk the attention that the Kino Casino is like giving him. I guess that's what he learned. That's what he learned from all of this. Like he enjoys Kino Casino giving him the attention because he can like milk their trolls. I guess. I guess. But it doesn't matter either way. Like nothing matters in this guy's career.
All right. Loose Lucy, if I was invited to Japan for the Forza thing, I wouldn't have gone in.
Okay, I don't care about this. We are gonna move on to this, and hopefully we can at least finish part 3.
Your face.
Family oriented.
I can't watch football with you guys.
You can.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh my god, this.
Yeah, come, please.
Is that
Wait. Is this where I did leave off? I don't remember. Whatever, fuck it.
not what it is?
And
This is like at the
Hannah Claire
end.
will
Oh
probably
my
be going
god.
What?
somewhere family.
Look at his face.
That was a plea. Bring it back. Did she actually mouth help me to her? Like it almost seemed like
Probably
it,
be
bro.
going some.
Oh my god, wait. Hang on.
No, she did.
And I
No,
will be
I
watching
think
the
she
football
might
game
have.
tonight, and
Aw.
Hannah Claire will probably be going.
Whoa.
Whoa! Look at this reaction. And I don't think it was even that big of a deal. Because, first off, you don't even know. I'm not a lip reader. I'm sorry. I'm not a lip reader. So I'm not an expert. But who knows what she said? For all we know, she could have just said like I don't know, whatever. But you know damn well, if let's say that during a cat and Phil, oh my god, this fucking this fucking face, oh my god. But let's say DSP and like you know what, whatever. Cat just like does something with her lips. And someone says, guys, Cat just said help me. You're like, okay, I watched the clip. No, she didn't say help me, she said it comes banana, because we're talking about bananas. Okay? Or whatever the fuck. Like, you know, he would not go along with this. Like, but since it's not his drama, do you think, wah! Ah! And he thinks it's like honest because he doesn't even think what if whatever it doesn't matter. I don't know. This just looks like a clip, and they just thought that she mouthed help me. What if she didn't? Who knows? But this is his reaction to that. Okay, that is it. We're not gonna listen to that. We're just gonna move on to part 4, I guess, because that's too cringe. We sat through
This
hell.
off tonight and see how it goes. Like I.
Okay, let's move on. Oh my god, these shirts, they need to
Okay.
like go away forever. He has no taste in fashion, no taste in style, no taste in anything.
Okay.
Completely tasteless.
Are we ready?
Like,
We ready to
if you-
start? All right. So here's the thing, and I think that we should go back a few frames. And the reason I say that, I forget how you go back frames on YouTube. Is it this here?
Okay, we're just gonna move forward.
What we need to do is right here. Okay.
Oh my god.
So this is footage of the quartering and his 2 employees, Melody Mack and Hannah. I don't know her last name. I just know Hannah.
Employees?
And they're at this political
Whatever.
convention in like December of last year, November of last year. It was definitely end of 2025. Okay?
Okay.
And so basically, they're at this convention and there's a scene. I just kind of want to play it right from the start of where we were. I want to go back here. This is just single frames. Can we rewind? Oh, here we go. I want to rewind because it was just so wild what happened. And it actually like blew my mind. And I couldn't react to it immediately. I had to actually end the last react and save it for tonight. Okay?
Can we play the clip now? Oh my god, what are we doing? We're
What
going
just
that
happened? We're
far
at 240, and now it jumped way back. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
because you clicked
Whoa,
that.
this was the most replayed part. Are you kidding?
Oh,
This
oh,
was the
oh
mo-
my god, this is hell,
Here we
dude.
go.
Oh my god, I
Melanie
should
and
skip
will be watching the
more.
football game tonight, and
Aw.
Hannah
What the fuck?
Hannah Claire is like, what the fuck? I haven't been invited to this football game.
might be going somewhere family orientated.
I can't watch football with you guys.
You can.
Wow.
Ooh. No,
But
Mel
look
goes,
at-
yeah, come, please.
Is that what it is?
And
Aw.
Hannah Claire will probably be going
What?
somewhere.
Her
family-
lips. Watch her
That
lips.
was- no, that
Oh
was
my
a plea.
god,
Bring it back.
we have like Andy and PPP saying, "Guys, look at her lips," and he's like, "Her lips."
Did she actually mouth help me to her? Like, it
Like I love
almost
that
seemed
like the
like
video
it, bro.
explains this,
Some-
and he
Oh,
just
wait,
explained it to us.
Hang on.
No, she did.
And I will be
I
watching
think
the
she
football
might
game
have.
tonight, and
Aw.
Hannah Claire will probably be going.
Help me. I mean, so this, I couldn't believe what I was seeing last time, but we
Okay.
are seeing it in real time. We're seeing what was actually said at the event. So all of a sudden, the quartering starts saying, I'm going to be watching the football game with Melanie Mack. And all of a sudden, his other employees like, wait, what? Just you and Melanie? I'm not invited.
Oh my god, we just watched it. He's like explaining.
What's up with that?
We're just gonna move forward.
Okay. So out
Like,
of everything that we've seen up to this point
it
in the
is
documentary,
crazy.
right? We've seen Jeremy drinking, getting on stream frequently, acting a fool. Let's be
Oh
honest.
my god!
Saying
Move on!
over certain
Move
women and
on!
creators on the internet, which we talked about how
God
last time that
damn!
was inappropriate because he's married, yet he's publicly talking about this
Oh
kind
my
of
god,
thing.
dude, we're watching a clip. He is summarizing the entire documentary at this point.
It's not.
Holy shit!
Where he says, "Well, I was just going to watch the game with one of my female employees." So how exactly was this supposed to look? Like, really? And this is his stream. This isn't like someone edited this. This is his archive stream.
Oh my god, dude, I had to skip a
He's
lot.
putting this
and
out
that was
to the internet.
A
People
lot
are
of
seeing it live
redundancy.
take place. So how did you think people were going to react to that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm lost
I'm
I really am
I'm
lost. At what's going on here. And again, it's none of anyone's business, but this is being publicly broadcast. People know that Jeremy is married. Why? Because he told everyone,
Okay.
right? So it's not
Now,
like, oh,
Again, I love the implication that we know he's married. Okay, does that make it? If we didn't know, would that be better that he did that?
oh, is this appropriate or not? It's like, we know it's not appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Because he's married. He's talked about this over the years. He even said how his relationship with his wife has been a struggle because of how much he works and all the stress of it and everything. And then this is taking place. I mean, this is super embarrassing. Okay, super duper embarrassing, I would
oh
say.
my god, and I love he keeps doubling down on it's on this being embarrassing. Okay.
Like, if you're talking about the most embarrassing moments, right?
Oh my god.
There, you can have an embarrassing moment where it's all on you, but when the embarrassing moment is involving other people and it's like take place live in front of people like this, like I would argue if I was looking through the entire documentary and it was my documentary, I would be like, this is my most embarrassing moment. That I would declare
Okay.
that. I'd be like, nah, this definitely is the most embarrassing thing.
I don't know. I mean, I would still say the poop story is pretty embarrassing. Like this dude is like pooped in a store and he didn't like go to the bathroom. Like he didn't even try. Whatever.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
You know what I mean?
So,
And
I
then
don't know
he
if
peed in
he
the
feels that way.
basement. Like
and from what I'm going to understand, because, of course, when we talked about this last time,
But okay, yeah. This
people
is
started
the,
talking
like,
about
again,
it.
he did a basement. And you're saying, oh, well, this is pretty. I mean, this is just bad. This is just bullshit. This is awful behavior to act, right? That you're openly having an affair with your wife in front of her or whatever the fuck. Like, you don't think that's a little weird? And maybe bad behavior?
In my streams over the last couple of days, and
Or
they were like,
whatever.
so these two vehemently 100% deny that this is what was taking place. No, it wasn't like that she actually was asking for help. They weren't uncomfortable. That's not what was taking place. But then how do you deny the video evidence we're watching right now? Like,
Oh my god, DSP, do you not understand sometimes when people watch, like, there is a thing called confirmation bias. I think I'm using this correctly. Where someone will tell you, "Oh, it's this. Look at this," and then but it looks convincing. So, you're not gonna really listen to like, "Oh, what if that's not what if it just looks like that and it might be something else? Like, what if she was saying something else, or whatever? Like, you're not Melanie Mac. You don't know what she even like mouthed. It does look like she says help me, but it could also be very simply she just said some other shit that looks like help me. Again, Mr. I didn't say it comes in denim doesn't understand that sometimes people will hear things, see things, whatever, that may not be what they see. I mean, that's not to say that like everything you see is a lie. Oh, this should happen. But this is like, again, I'm not a lip reader. I can't read lips. If you tell me to read a lip, I'm just gonna guess words and say bullshit. Because like, you may not know how she enunciates words, like there's a very big difference between that. Oh my god, I'm sorry, man.
Like, how do you deny? It's literally right here. This is what you broadcast. No one made this up. How can you say that's not what it was? I don't get it.
like I just love when it comes to all these clear cut moments of grifting and Jeremy lying and exploiting people's kindness to get money off of them. DSP's like, well, he was overworking himself. Oh, he was stretching himself too thin, guys. This and that. But when it's this, that could be reasonably either she could have said that, but she could have also said anything else. You don't know. Like, you can't say with 100% certainty that that's what she mouthed. You could say, dude, she said, help me. Look at her lips. It looks like she's mouthing help me. And that could be true. But it could also be very true that she didn't say that. But he doesn't have that level of critical thinking when it comes to this, because he has two other people in the video saying that's what's going on. Since June is just describing the events of like all these grifts that Quarterman has done, he's like, well, this is that, that's this, blah blah blah. But since two people are just stating she's saying this, he's like, yes, that's what she said, because this guy like. You can get him to believe anything almost, I feel.
No, did she say help me? Is that real?
Yeah.
She did.
She
So
did.
Are family orientated.
I can't watch football with you guys.
You can.
Wow.
I would.
Now watch her.
I like how she immediately says, you can. The moment that she says, I can't watch football with you guys, she turns and says, you can.
Well, yeah, she should have said no. That would have been way better. Like, what do you think she was gonna say? Of course she was gonna say you can't. Oh my god, this is
Like, so why was it not in the conversation that we're all employees together, we're gonna watch football together? Why was it only those two and not the other one? Right?
maybe what if this is gonna be conspiracy theory, guys. What if she was just goofing around? Like, oh, I'm not invited. Like I'm his wife and he didn't invite me. Trying to be funny. Maybe she was trying to be funny. Women try to be funny. Oh, what if she was trying to be funny and she just said that? What if this was just a bit? What if it was just a bit?
You're welcome in female speech. Watch this.
Love that.
Oh yeah, that was
Whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, she fucking said some shit back.
She's like-
She mouthed it.
And then last micro.
I can't watch
watch
football
this.
with you guys.
You can.
Wow.
I would love that.
Oh.
Now watch his face here.
yeah, that would be.
Wow, thanks, Melanie.
I mean, this is like,
So his plan has been thwarted, basically, whatever the plan was.
I
And
mean,
I was
again,
like,
like,
no.
I just love that DSP gets so butthurt when people like do this kind of shit to him, but he does it to everyone else, because there is a degree that people will misinterpret body language. Like they will say, "Oh, he looks like this guy." Like, because people do that to him, people do that to a lot of people. Like they may misunderstand or misread body language. Like that does happen regardless. I mean, come on. you can't expect everyone to have a 100% hit rate when it comes to reading body language all the time. Like sometimes people just like misread stuff or overthink stuff, but this is clearly all orchestrated. I mean, maybe this is all just
Well, I guess I
whatever.
just can't do what I wanted to do originally.
On
At
Kiwi
least,
Farms,
again, even if it's not, even let's say that's completely speculation, that's completely fabricated. What are we as the viewing audience?
It's speculation. Like I think it's fair to say that all of this is speculative because you can't prove this factually. You can't prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that Melanie Mac said help me. The only person who can would be Melanie Mac, but what if she said I didn't say that? So how can you prove that she's wrong? Like I don't know. I just feel like when I see people like this, and to be fair, I may be guilty of this too, but I do try to say that I'm being speculative, or I just say straight up like, oh, this is a funny face or whatever.
Audience, all right, supposed to think for what we just saw happening, right? Like, what are we led to believe? Now, admittedly, I will say something, okay? If this actually was what was going on, if this guy was being a creeper, and
Because
it
if
was
he's looking at this saying, oh, this is all legit because of what they're saying about her mouthing help me and all this other stuff, then he should be able to understand why some people may think he's single. Why they may think Kat left him.
a situation where these women felt uncomfortable, why are they working for him? And why do they, I guess up until this last week, they still worked with him. I don't know what the case is now because I've been hearing rumors again. I'm not really following the active stuff going on. I heard that now he's podcasting by himself and they're not on the show anymore. Like they just disappeared. Okay, but that only took place like in this last week. So if this was happening,
yeah, of course. Phil, at this time, would you want to be on a podcast with a guy that's in hot water, being accused of flagging channels and all this other shit? Would you want to be on a podcast with that guy? For a guy who says, "Oh, nobody wants to hang out with me," he doesn't even understand why nobody wants to hang out with Quarterman in the Big 2-6.
thing. Oh, I turned the volume down too low. I'll up the volume a little bit then. My bad. Thank you for telling me. I turned the volume a little bit back up again. If this took place in November, December of last year, it's May of 2026. So why were they still employed with him all of that time?
Maybe
If you really aren't
my
comfortable
God.
with this guy, if he's setting you up for weird situations and stuff, why are you still with him? Why have you not said forget?
maybe he doesn't seem to understand. Like, look at what happened to Trillium, Killium, whatever the fuck the other channel was. She like stopped uploading, and then like the dude was like kept obsessing over her. I don't know. Like sometimes when people are around people who are creepy, they may not like. You can't really like. This is why people are like whatever, right? I don't know how to describe it because I just feel like that these people probably were like, well, if I try to leave, this guy may like stalk me or whatever, or try or be more creepy. Like you don't know how like maybe you don't know how Quarterman's gonna react if they try to leave him or something. I don't know, but you don't know their situation. You don't know their situation.
Forget it. This isn't worth it. This is crazy, and we're out of here.
Or they think that they
now,
can handle
of course,
him.
there's speculation in chat. The money was too good, right? I've also heard
give you the money.
he's got stuff on them. Like, because they've worked with him for so long, he knows personal things about them that they don't want to be thrown on the internet, and they're afraid that if they were to cut ties with him, that he would dump all of their dirt on the internet to get back at them. I mean, I don't know how that would make him look if that were the case and that happened, but who knows? Again, it's speculation. It's speculation that we have no evidence of anything. These two apparently have outright denied that anything was going on.
So
And they still worked with him up at least until this week. And now I guess one of them, Hannah, is not on the show. And I guess Melanie Mac, again, wasn't on the show like for a day or two. I don't know if she's back. But it's just weird to me that this took place. We just saw it. It's not like it was made up, fabricated, edited. We just saw exactly what happened. Yet they still worked with him for all those months. I'm very confused about that. That's, weird. Okay.
Whatever,
Interaction
okay.
was exhaustively analyzed. The Kiwi Farms Twitter account even posted the interaction on Twitter, triggering a response from Jeremy. Jeremy calling it the gayest controversy ever, and tweeting at the owner of Kiwi Farms that this is normal behavior for adults in real life. Jeremy.
No, he's right. Watching a football game together with your
Okay.
coworkers, with your friends, is normal behavior for adults in real life. But that's not what transpired on that stream. It looked like there was a
Okay.
pre-planned, only him and Melanie Mac viewing party of this game together. Then Hannah, the other employee, well, why not me?
Why is Hannah
And
the
then
other employee?
Literally, Melanie Mac saying, help me,
Whatever.
saying, yes, you got to get involved here because, this is messed up, what's going on. Like, that's not what happened. We saw what happened. It's not as he's describing it, right?
Aren't they just co-hosts? Why does he keep saying that they're employees? They're co-hosts.
These
What?
tweets, but not this one of an AI
Whatever.
rendition of the three at Amfist. Jeremy is portrayed slovenly, next to a fearful Melanie Mac as Hannah Claire looks on with concern. The Kino Casino also covered Day 2 and Day 3 of the Amfest streams. Afterwards, they took a short break for the holidays and came back to cover Jeremy's declining channel.
His video business, his YouTube channel, has declined to its lowest level in over 5 years, down 66%.
2026 was a different year for Jeremy, where he would normally make the New Year's resolution to stop drinking, to lose weight, to work less. It appears he has resigned himself to stay the same. An unprovoked
He
monologue
resigned
from a
himself.
January stream captures this.
A lot of people, you have to make the choice of what your mindset is going to be and follow through. And I think for
Yeah.
some people, it's like you get into a mode and
You're in the
always
rut.
looking for the negative. Yeah.
I would tell guys this all the time at the bar. The bar I hang out at.
Volume's perfect. Volume's perfect now. Thank you for telling me that. I
Thank
need to up
you.
it. I appreciate that.
It's a dive bar. Okay. There has not been an attractive single chick that walked in that bar in 20 years. There is some truth to the fact that people, what is the saying? Like, people are living the exact life that they want to live. And that does play out. But I feel like compelled to always try and be like, yeah, but do you want to, like, is this fun? Like, there was a point in my life when I was kind of depressed and feeling in a rut, and I would be at that bar 4 nights a week. But like, I had a wife at home, which was even less of an excuse. But
What have we
What?
said about oversharing?
What?
Right? What have we said? You don't overshare this kind of personal stuff.
Oh my god.
Ever. That's not, shouldn't be your content, right? So now he's,
Again, he is being so prudish on information. Again, the stuff that you want to share, if you want to share that, that's on you. Sometimes you can share an anecdotal story, maybe you want to explain something that helps your point, right? He's acting as if a quarterman is like, okay guys, so let me tell you my social security number, let me tell you the bank I go to, let me tell you everything.
now he's publicly admitting, I was married at the time, but instead of staying home and spending time with my wife, I was going to the dive bar and drinking alone 4 nights a week. What are you doing? If it's true, whatever. It's your personal life. It's your personal problems. Now you're
Okay.
making your personal life
But-
public.
But he's acting, okay, maybe he's also sharing this because he said this was something that happened years ago, this is, in the past. Maybe he's saying it's okay for him to share that because this is a past event, this is not happening currently, nobody's gonna, use that against him, right? He keeps thinking that, he's saying stuff that happened today.
You cannot do this. You cannot speak publicly as if the internet is your psychiatrist about your private life problems.
DSP
It
does
doesn't work.
does that too, though.
All it's going to happen is what's happening right now. They're reacting to it. Now June puts it in his documentary. Now I'm reacting to it. No one would have ever known if he didn't open his mouth.
But
No one would
again,
have ever.
he doesn't understand. He doesn't quite get that sometimes people do this because maybe he's trying to help people that may be in a similar situation, and that's why he's going through this. So people can say "Oh, he did, and that's what he did." Okay, whatever. I mean, sometimes that happens. It depends on who's talking, why you're telling about it, why you're sharing it, whatever. Like he being so like absolute about that advice of like don't overshare. Like yeah, don't overshare stuff that like you don't want people to know about, but if it's stuff that's like, because if I tell you something that happened in elementary school, like does that really matter? Like I read like dumb fucking recipes I made, or something in a like a grade in my grade school book, whatever, that I did for for class. I think I shared a story where it's like I got there was a kid in the lunch line that was in front of me, and I think I don't think I hate this guy or anything. I just think like he was telling me like we were talking about like how to lose weight. It's really stupid, and I just kept like punching him in the arm. And the teacher was like, "Why are you doing that? Why are you like punching this kid?" I said, "Oh, so I can help him lose weight." Like like it was really stupid, and I was a fucking child. Like it was like, "Oh yeah, I did this like the other day." This was like when I was like in elementary school. So like yeah, I get share that story. It's a stupid story, and it's like, wow, like nothing happened there. Like it wasn't anything serious. Like, but he's like, don't overshare that, Theo. No, it's like, what's gonna happen? Like people are gonna say, wow, Theo, like that's really stupid. Like, yeah, I was a stupid kid back then. I mean, come on. And I'm sure every kid thought this. You see that like little bottle of soap in the drawer, and it looks like juice, and you may be inclined to drink it, and then like you get stopped right before bad shit happens. But like it's just like kid shit. When you're a kid, you do dumb shit. Okay, you're not a genius when you're a child.
Ever known that this ever took place? Everyone, listen, everyone in life has personal problems. Everyone has things that happen. It's your business. You don't have to turn it into content for the internet at all. That's your private business. Keep it to yourself. Make content for the internet that you choose to make public. That's okay. That can't be personal. That can be used to attack you, right? Or if it is, like, for example, oh no, I suck at a video game. Make fun of me on Reddit. Oh, boo-hoo, I'm really crying about that.
Like,
I don't give a shit,
kind of
right?
stupid,
It doesn't really
though,
affect
because
me.
like naturally you're not thinking anything you're saying is going to be used against you. But again, like it depends on what you want to share. Like
This stuff will affect him.
how?
Like, yikes. Correct. Alan Gray says, I love that Phil is a seasoned Lalcow breaking this down like an ex-football player breaking down a play. I know what's going on, man. I've been there. I've been through it. I learned my lesson. I went through my, my crazy shit just like everybody else, and I came out the other end, and I'm good. That's what I'm seeing. This just took place.
You didn't come out from the other end. He's still there.
2025, early 2026. Like, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh. I wish this was Jeremy's ancient past. Like he was making these mistakes 7, 10, 12 years ago, like I was. Then you'd be like, okay, this just took place. Like, oh shit.
Shit.
Damn it.
Saw the same fucking people there every night. The same 10 people every night. And it's like,
guess what? You were one of them.
man,
Yeah. He's not saying
like,
whatever.
This is a rut so deep, you're never going to get out of it. Somebody who drank probably 4 to 5 nights a week and has now gone to maybe once every 2 weeks. There's a book I read that is just, it's a really easy read. And I'm not telling anyone, hey, you got to quit drinking forever, because I don't think I ever will. The plan is probably never to quit, but it made it way easier to not drink on a weeknight. It went from like 1 to 2 times a week to like, wait, I drank like 6 days in a row. Like, what the fuck?
In those clips, Jeremy claims he drank 4 times a week, but then it was 6 times a week. The important bit was that he was making peace with his addiction, aiming to drink less rather than not at all. There was a similar approach to his YouTube channel as the Kino Casino were noticing.
Yes.
He got, on January 19th, 20,000 subs. On a day, he got
Right.
87,000
I will say, it
views,
just looks.
okay.
Everyone's like, he bought subscribers.
It looks so
I'm like,
funny having
no,
DSP like in
I
front
was
of
running
Andy
YouTube ads
in this
because
like layout.
things were leveling off. I wanted to see if I could re-engage.
Uh,
The views on that video, 80,000 of them were from my own
It
channel.
looks like they're almost like in the same room and DSP sitting on his lap. Because even the border is like perfect. The only thing that throws it off is DSP's head is above the Andy's frame, but it just looks like he's sitting on his lap.
You get like 2,000 paid views, and it costs you about $2 to find a new subscriber.
Jeremy was now utilizing what he previously called one of the most insulting services YouTube has ever offered him. As a comparison, the quartering in January.
So if you don't know what they're talking about the YouTube promotion system. Like right now, I could pay YouTube money to promote this stream. I'm not kidding. Like I could just pay YouTube money and say, hey, promote it. And they would push it into the algorithm advanced.
Whoa,
So that basically I would
that's
get
what that
more
means?
views and I would show up
Whoa.
at a higher priority.
I didn't know that.
So, big creators use it. Okay, I've never done it. I never will. I would much
Why
rather
not?
just have people find my content and enjoy it, not they
But-
saw it because
But they find
I
troll
paid for it to
content,
be
Philip.
featured. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he outright at the end of the last reaction,
Imagine if he
remember, was
paid for
saying,
promotion.
"Oh,
And then people
that,
showed up and
that's
they
a
see
horrible
this.
service." Now he's admitting, "I'm doing it. I'm doing it now."
10 million views and gained 50,000 subscribers. His peak month in June 2024 was 74 million views and 60,000 subscribers. This is around 7 times the views, yet just 1/5 more subscribers.
So obviously, this doesn't make much sense at all. How on earth could he have gotten 50,000 subs for only 10 million views when previously he was only getting 60,000 subs for 71 million views in a month? It doesn't jive. It doesn't correlate. Right?
This is how inordinate Jeremy's subscriber growth was. If 40,000 of those
Fucking
subscribers were
terms,
paid,
man.
then that means Jeremy paid around $80,000 to YouTube in just January. Even stranger, Jeremy had long known how useless subscribers were through YouTube prioritizing their algorithm. But there is the possibility that this same learned behavior from 2008 is still present within him, where sub growth directly translates to dopamine, creating a strange loop where Jeremy is endlessly working to escape his life.
I don't know if it's dopamine. I can tell you
Oh my
personally
God.
from my perspective as an 18-year creator on YouTube,
Dopamine?
if you get a channel that you're actively making content for and it starts bleeding subs, that's horrible. It looks terrible to the public-facing audience. How can you claim to be someone who is operating a successful business if you're losing the amount of people who are subscribed to you? Now, there have been a couple exceptions. Over the years,
Oh,
YouTube has done
okay.
what they call a bot purge or a old account purge, and that will always hit you with a negative sub. There's nothing you can do about it, but everyone gets hit by that. Like, everyone loses subs when they do those.
But not
But
DSP.
if you're actively
no, it
doing
always
all your
happens to
content
DSP,
and it
that's
just
all.
says, oh, you're losing
he only
followers, you're
loses
losing
subs
people who
because
care,
of that, nothing else.
that's horrible.
That's
you know?
terrible.
So I don't think it's dopamine. I don't think, in this case, I don't think that's, oh, he gets a big positive feeling when it goes up. I think he's trying to avoid the inevitable crash out that would happen if he starts losing
wouldn't
subs
that be
regularly,
maintaining
and you
the
can see
dopamine
less
hit?
people care about this guy.
Like that's another
and then
aspect
he
of
has to
keeping the
answer for it.
dopamine hit high. It's
People
like
start
another way of
asking,
saying
why
that.
are you losing subs? What happened?
matter.
What's wrong with your
Whatever.
content? Now he has to
Okay.
answer. And what's he going to say? It's the algorithm? No, people are actively unsubscribing. It's not that people
How
aren't
does DSP
seeing
know
the videos.
this?
The people who used to watch
Because June
decided
said so?
actively to say, no thanks.
Okay, we're moving forward.
Only way to
I'm
counter
trying to. Okay. Oh, God
Embarrassment
damn.
of being someone who's bleeding and losing a following. Does that make sense? I hope so.
Wait, what?
It's not dopamine. Oh, I felt good because I got more subs. It's I'm avoiding the embarrassment of being someone who's bleeding and losing a following.
Oh, this is the other thing he loves to do about these people who are like crashing out in their career or whatever the fuck. He loves framing everything as humiliation and like a pathetic and sadness, whatever. Like he thinks, guys, once you, I don't want to make that joke. I was gonna make a reference to the boys, but I'm not confident in the joke, so I'm gonna move on positively.
Does that
I'm
make
gonna
sense?
move on
I hope so.
positively.
Okay.
It was a
Top
little
out
much.
and exhausting his money to artificially grow his channel, all done to feel better. What's more, exposing that he does this exposes that he has much more money that he's let on. $80,000 is how much he mentioned the K-Cup machine costs. It still does not stop there because Jeremy was reviving Unsleep Media also at a cost.
In fact, I have about $10,000 in product to open up to celebrate coming back.
And Jeremy claimed
Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? He watches this dumb fuck documentary about Quarterman, and suddenly DSP's all about card games. Like, it really is like there is a little goblin in his head that is unironically a grifter and is learning by other grifters and then slowly taking over DSP's mind. Because it really is like you watch this just to learn how to grift better. What did Quarterman do to grift money? And that's what he's doing. He's applying the grift that he learned. Like, it's so weird he acts this
claims
way.
he was unbanned by Wizards of the Coast. As for the packs,
Really?
he was phenomenally unlucky with the cards he received, obtaining many inexpensive, rare
in a good
duplicates.
mood right
The
now.
pinned and love comment on this video reads, quote, "Thanks for the
know.
heads up. Forgot about this channel.
in like a
Unsub
bad mood all
immediately.
week.
I would prefer an
Now I'm
actual
like-
rectal prolapse
like,
than
hell
having
yeah.
to suffer through any content from Jeremy, the walking prolapse."
Wow!
What?
Oh God! Oh my God! And the comment, he left it. He liked it. He actually he hearted the comment because he probably thinks, oh, that's funny. But oh my God!
Okay.
Wow!
Wow.
For the record, since I started this react, I didn't have anyone leave a comment like that on my video yet.
Oh my god, dude, this react is so bad. All these reacts are bad. I'm like, dude,
Now-
okay,
Wait,
we're
is this
moving
sweater
forward.
inside
God
out?
damn, I can't.
For the record, okay, just for the record, all of my streams do better than that.
Oh, okay, we're
My
moving
gameplay
forward.
streams, these
I don't know, maybe it's just the style. I'm being like a little. Now I'm being
It's
like.
inside
It's all
out.
just bragging.
Inside
Like,
out.
he frames these people in these June documentaries as if they're like tax evaders and they're gonna go to prison any day now, and then he uses it to also brag about his standing in life. Like it is like insane. Like, come on.
The Kino Casino reacted to this lengthy stream, and where Jeremy admits to forgetting to go live at the very beginning, which means he was opening packs to no one, and is wearing his sweater inside out. The most shocking event did not even happen in this stream, but a different one.
Ash, emergency.
What's going on?
Quartering just got caught looking at cock porn.
No!
It's on Kiwi Farms.
The sky bullet!
This is why I can't scroll Twitter.
That's my-
I
like, if I'm-
I wonder what DSP thinks cuck porn is. I don't think he knows what the word cuck means. I don't think he does. I don't think he knows what a cuck is. So like, because like is that I'm just asking. When you hear cuck porn, do you look like that when you hear someone has a cuck porn fetish kind of thing, like, or is it just like, again, why are we kink shaming? So what if that's his thing? Okay, jeez, you can't just be into what you want anymore. Wow.
If I'm ever hosting, I'm not logged in because that way it won't.
Yeah.
It limits what you can see because I don't
Oh,
want.
There we
yeah,
go!
sensitivity.
Retard
Yeah, I guess I could probably do it.
On Twitter, Jeremy claims that tweet suddenly popped up, furious that it did so, even tagging Elon Musk in the process. This tweet received a community note, explaining that Jeremy has in the past been exposed for searching Reddit for force cream pie, going as
I have no idea what force cream pie is, and I don't think I want to know. The only thing I heard was someone said I looked it up and I regretted it or something. So I don't think I need to know what that is.
second-hand embarrassment. I can't stand it.
I mean, that's what he's into. He can be
I
into
can't stand second-hand
whatever.
embarrassment. It drives
you know?
me crazy.
As long
Thank
as
you,
it's legal, you know what I'm
Flatman,
saying?
for a $2 super chat. He says Jared can't decipher comments from troll comments. No, I think
And
what
it's
it is
consenting
he
and
believes
it's great.
that rolling with it, laughing at it, okay, is going to basically
I
protect
mean, what
him
does
from it.
DSP get off
Like
to?
if he says, "Hey,
Poop,
look,
diapers,
if all I
money,
do is laugh at the troll
food.
comments, then they don't have
Like,
any
who is
effect on me
DSP
because I'm
to
laughing at them,
judge?
right? So I'll even like them and I'll you know what I'm saying? I think that's what he thinks, but it's not. Like it's still embarrassing. Sorry, you know.
What?
Or to his
Wait. Oh. What?
Is laugh at the troll comments, then they don't have any effect on me because I'm laughing at them, right? So I'll even like them and I'll you know what I'm saying? I think that's what he thinks, but it's not. Like it's still embarrassing. Sorry.
But this is different though. Like, he liked that one comment because it's like a comment. But this is something that he generally, like, it was exposed. Like, he didn't want people to see that. That's not him rolling with the punches. What are you talking about? Whatever.
Sorry. You know.
Sorry.
or
Oh
to
my God.
assume, quote, it is easy to assume they search
I
porn
hate when he
frequently
does
and
that
get
because
recommended
it, like,
porn in their feed,
it's
unquote. Jeremy
dumb.
deleted this tweet. The antagonization of Jeremy had increased sharply. His antagonist now not only utilizing his sexual blunders to expose previous sexual blunders, but also now commenting on his finances and failing channel. Previously, Jeremy spoke about his
Whatever, I don't
watches,
care.
RC track, and saltwater fish tank. This time, he leaked his Rumble dashboard, presumably on purpose, showing a balance of $904,000.
Presumably on purpose, huh?
Huh. What does presumably
Much of this
mean?
dashboard does not make sense and works against improving the image of Jeremy. To start, the center notification states that he has been rejected from the Rumble Creator Program. His balance from the last 30 days is $2,594 from 6.6 million views, a tremendously low pay rate, and with the views he has 158,000 hours viewed. This is even less than last time he leaked his dashboard. Now it averages to 86 seconds of watch time per viewer. Jeremy soon after admitted that the balance of $900,000 is false.
This is the super chat that makes him seethe and crash out here. Jeremy, if you have 900K in a Rumble account, why are you asking people for 14K to go to Amfest? And why couldn't you donate the 6K to Toys for Tots? He crashes out about this, and this is the moment where he admits the 900K isn't real.
And
So this is just crazy. Like
Crazy.
constantly now, there's leaks, right? And we've seen this before that he showed how much his YouTube channel.
Oh my God! I again, they're saying that the thing he showed might have been a fake image, and he was like, "Wow, there's all these leaks."
Made. Now he showed his Rumble. Like, what on earth is going on? Okay.
Oh my God, DSP, were you not paying attention? I mean, I'm sure I gotten some things wrong in this too. I'm not gonna necessarily say that I'm any better, but this was like PvP literally spelled it out too. Like, oh, look how he reacts to this. It shows that the 9,000 like whatever it was fake, and DSP is like, why are they having all these leaks? Now we know everything.
Okay. Again, why would that even be something on the screen? You know what I'm saying? Like right now, as I stream to you, I have just the June the King.
Like again, think about it. They're saying the number he shared is not real. Like it's a lie. Like to a point where like he's kind of saying like, yeah, it is real because he showed it, but they're saying that it's fake because he's not like acting as if it's real.
Channel and my own YouTube channel open in a browser and nothing else. I don't have my dashboards open with my revenue in them. I don't have private DMs open with other people on the screen. Not saying that I've never made a mistake before. I have. There's been a couple times. Oops, I had something open.
Oopsie
but you learn your
poopsie.
lesson the one time, right? You fix it, and then you never have that happen again. How does this keep happening? But he keeps leaking data.
Oh my God, they literally said it in this fucking documentary. Presumably on purpose. Quarterman showed the Rumble dashboard presumably on purpose to show the amount of money he made. They're saying the amount of money he made is not real. It's a lie. And DSP is like, so why are they having all these leaks? Oh my god, DSP is very easy to trick. He's a very gullible kind of guy.
To people on the internet. Now people are saying it's all planted. Okay, let's say that it was done on purpose.
Oh.
Why? For what reason would you want people to think you have $900,000 sitting in an account that you can cash out?
Maybe because he wanted to show people that he's not a loser and a failure. Do you ever think of that? Like, he doesn't understand the other key aspect of being a grifter is also trying to show a sign of success. But again, if he acknowledged that, DSP would kind of reveal his game. You know what I'm saying?
Cash out at any time if you're going to ask the internet for money. What is happening?
What's happening?
What is the rationale? What is the reasoning? Is there none? At this point, is it all mania? Has it become mania? Just plain mania. Craziness.
I think DSP is mania.
He thinks he's rationalizing what he's doing, but really it just doesn't make any sense. Because I'm so confused.
I'm so confused.
I recommend, as a man, as I'm sure you are, you don't worry about other men's money. The idea that I'm not sure what you're talking about with the Rumble money, but I get paid from Rumble monthly, and it's not what people think. You know, it shows a bunch of money in there, but that money doesn't really exist.
So there it is. That's him admitting that the 900K isn't real.
There was a new revelation. It turns out Jeremy did not sell his Neo Geo or even Nintendo collection.
Thought you were selling them off. No.
So he's looking over at his wife. Oh, so he's denying he ever sold them off.
She's like, what the hell?
I sold my Neo Geo stuff
Now
a
he's
long
looking
time
at his
ago,
watch.
but my NES stuff is still around. I still have a good amount of Neo Geo stuff.
This is a fucking lie.
You can only really...
Jeremy on 2 occasions claimed that he sold his Neo Geo collection. Once in this tweet to focus on his Nintendo collection, and again when he was pleading to his audience to assist him with the purchase of an $80,000 K-Cup machine.
I forgot about that. That's right. He'd specifically
He's got a lot
said
of
he was
stuff.
going to start selling his stuff off to finance that K-Cup machine because the people who were making the K-Cups for his coffee decided to not work with him anymore for political reasons, he thought. So he did the fundraiser to buy the K-Cup machine. And he said outright, I'm selling off my personal collections. Now he's saying, I never sold off my personal collections. Okay.
Jeremy in
So
the
you see
stream
that he's
also
a
touched
liar,
on him
right,
promoting
Phil?
his videos, claiming he was spending around $20,000
Again, I
a
love that
month.
we're just gleaming, we're just running past that 900,000 figure is a lie, and he's like, well, I bet maybe
A large
dreaming.
difference from the presumed $80,000. He arrived at the $20,000 figure because he doesn't find it strange to reinvest 20% of his earnings back into his channel, alluding to now earning $100,000 a month. Lastly, he clarifies that he has $20,000 to throw away each month.
If I didn't have 20 to 30 grand a month to advertise my own videos,
30.
do you think I would be? Do you think I would be doing it?
With this revelation, Jeremy's fundraising for events like Amfest seemed even less necessary than before. Regardless, Jeremy in March claimed he is not wealthy.
Isn't Jeremy rich? Why'd be concerned about finances? Well, I'm not rich. Only the rich can own a shipping container, according to fat retards from Canada. Yeah, if only fat retards from Canada were actual people. On Rumble, I've never paid for bots. I don't give a fuck. I have a contract with Rumble that does not care about my minimum viewership, does not care about any of that. None of that.
None of it.
Multi-million-dollar
None of
contract with Rumble. Multi-million. And they have never had minimum viewerships or anything like that.
You just said you're not rich. Then you said you have
Okay.
a multi-million-dollar contract with Rumble. None of it makes any sense. Like, none of it
Oh, okay.
to an outsider makes any sense. Maybe from his perspective, it makes
Oh,
sense.
okay.
Because he's thinking, I'm not rich because he knows people who are filthy rich. Like, filthy rich versus
yeah,
just
he
rich.
knows Jeff Bezos, and he knows Elon Musk.
Newsflash
He
to everyone
knows
out
Elon
there
Musk.
on the planet, anyone who has a multi-million-dollar contract with Rumble is rich. Period. Like, that's it. They're rich. The moment you have a contract
that
where you're going to
even
get paid
exist?
millions of dollars for something, you are rich. If you can afford to build a racetrack in your yard, if you can afford to have a plane for your wife, if you can afford to have $10,000 of magic cards to unbox because you're relaunching your Unsleeved Media channel, you are rich.
Rich.
You know what I'm saying?
You're rich.
Like, am I rich? No.
no,
But am I doing well
okay,
for myself? Yes. And I am publicly honest with all of you. I am doing well for myself right now. At this time, things are going very well for me. I can afford
Okay.
anything that I need for my setup, right? I do well for
Correct.
myself. I'm not sitting here complaining saying I'm destitute, and I wouldn't do that.
He complained about
because
ending the
that'd be
streaming
pretty
week
stupid.
with $45.
Why would you
by the
believe that
way.
I'm destitute when I'm surrounded by all this stuff every day on stream? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's surrounded,
When I can
by
afford
toys.
any game, when I could do, it wouldn't even make sense. So the problem here that I think has happened, okay, it's
Okay,
a
what does he think happened?
two-pronged problem. There's two prongs.
Okay.
Prong number one is that Jeremy all these years has been a grifter, and I don't think anyone would disagree with that, including him. I almost
okay.
bet he would even say I'm a grifter. Just like
Yeah.
I will admit, in the past, I used to be a really bad grifter. I'm not nearly as
I wouldn't even say DSP was that bad of a grifter because his grifts were like level 1 grifts. Literally, guys, I want to bring back Project 7. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Man, you know what? I wonder if ALC did a lore stream on him hyping up the return of Project 7. Like specifically when he was like trying to do a Patreon event of it, where because I swear I think he was like saying, yeah, I have an idea of like what how Deathface could be used. It can be pretty good. And then he hit the goal. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I need to sit down and think of something. And they never came up with anything. Like that is probably like out of all the grifts he done, I think that's the worst. Because like the taxes and stuff like that, it's like okay, like people gotta pay taxes. People gotta pay bills. You know what I'm saying? But like the extent of how much he begged for it was the grift there, right? But his grifting that he says is, yeah, let's put on a vest, let's put on a hat, but he ends up putting on a vest and a hat, so that's not really a grift because he did what he paid him to do.
as bad anymore, and I'm more transparent and honest with all of you now, okay? So a grifter can see how a grifter works. You understand? He's been a grifter his entire YouTube career, and he's been able to pull the fast one on everyone. But now he can't do it anymore because he's finally hit the
He
point
talks like this is
where
like
it's like,
in the
but
anime.
I don't get it. You're on Rumble making big bank.
whatever.
You're on YouTube making big bank. You've got this event
Okay.
going on, that event going on. You can afford this. You can afford that. You're doing this. You're doing that. How can you be destitute and need us to give you $14,000 to go on a trip? The answer is you're not. You just don't want to spend any money. You want to keep it all for yourself and never reinvest your money into the business. You want us to finance your entire business plus then some.
But that's his job.
So you can live a high life. So that's the first prong, is that his actual grift has finally broken. Because now he can't actually
That
fool
was
his
a lot of
audience
words.
into believing this stuff anymore. Oh, the channel's under attack. Oh, I need your help with this. And now he's getting caught out.
Okay, what's
saying,
grift number,
and
what's
they
prong,
are
prong
extrapolating it and just shouting it out.
2? Wait.
Is Kino Casino. Oh, the channel's under attack. Oh, I
God.
need your help with this.
I
And
think I know
now
what
he's
it
getting
is.
caught out on all this stuff. But the second prong that went right up his ass is Kino Casino. Because they are
What?
now daily micro-analyzing everything that this guy is saying. And they are extrapolating it and just shouting it out to the masses in a way that it's never been amplified before. He's never had his grift
Okay.
analyzed before.
No,
So because of that,
I-
the first time...
there were people that were like calling him a grifter before that, but whatever, okay. But he's sitting there saying like, oh, now his second problem is Kino Casino. No, the second problem is that shouldn't it be he's oversharing and he's kind of saying stuff that contradicts what he's also saying? Like, wouldn't that be the problem?
time ever, it's hitting him in the face. And he can't handle it. Instead of being able to just say, well, I don't care. He's sitting here on a stream saying, oh, those two fat guys from Canada or whatever. He's giving them exactly what they want. The moment that he name drops or even mentions or any of that, that is what they want because they want a war. They want
a war
to clap back so they can go back. And it's an endless back and forth, and only they will profit. This man will never profit from engaging, but they will massively profit from having him engage. Does that make sense? His grift has broken,
whatever.
and on top of the grift breaking, people have called him out on it and just completely amplified it to the point where everyone knows it, and now he's losing it.
Is he losing it?
There you go. Okay,
I mean,
that's what's going
whatever.
on, in my opinion, that I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, this is like an anime,
from
guys.
this, you know,
This is an
situation on the
anime
documentary.
battle.
I think that's exactly what's going on.
This is like one of my Japanese
Guitar
animes.
Player 1939 has just contributed a
Okay, I don't care about guitar, bitch.
embarrassment. Thank you. You know what's happening?
Oh god, what is
happening
happening
right now?
I'm
Like out of the
scared.
entire documentary, this part I feel is the most pertinent to me because this is stuff that I've already been
Whoa.
through. This is
The
stuff
that's
years ago.
more
This affected me.
recent,
You know what I'm saying?
recently is
Like
more
years
pertinent.
ago,
Whoa, buddy.
my basically grifting, talking bullshit, etc. Right, was getting called out on. People were analyzing it. You know what I'm saying?
But people are
So
still doing that now. Like,
I know what's happening. I can see it. Maybe other people
okay.
can't understand it, but I'm seeing it. Like I know
Alright.
exactly what's happened to this guy.
He
He
knows what's
fell for
going
the
on.
trap. 1,000,000%.
He fell for the
Hook,
trap.
line, and sinker. He's just like engaging, and now that he's engaging, now he's gonna get sucked into that
He's
vortex that you
engaging.
can't get out of, like a swirling toilet that's pulling you down. And no matter how much you're trying,
Okay, we're just gonna move forward. I'm like tired of this. Like,
nice
excited
analogy,
about
huh?
toilets.
That's
yeah,
a good
you,
one. You
you
know,
love
guys say I like
toilets.
toilet humor, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Thank
we
you,
know.
guitar player,
You're
for the
a
tip.
huge,
Now would be a
toilet
great
guy.
time
You
to
love
grift some and
toilets.
say, hey, everyone,
I
if you
bet
like
when he
my
watched
React
what's
content,
that?
please.
What's that movie with the babies and the toilet that's like that, and they visualize the toilet as a monster, whatever. I bet when DSV saw that movie, he was like, "That toilet's so fucking cool. I want to hang out with the toilet."
Support it tonight because you guys have now said you really liked this react to the quartering documentary. And
Oh
you
my
liked
god! And we're grifting,
the Flat Man,
reacting.
and we got 2 super chats.
Let's move
Tips.
on.
Let's get some kicks. Content that I put out for you.
Okay, come on.
Let's continue.
That I've ever bought bots for my live streams, I will give you 100,000 USD or even in Bitcoin if that's what you want. Just because you're begging us to buy your charity coffee at the same time you're trying to flex your finances. I'm not begging anyone to buy my coffee. You're living in a fucking loser mindset. Do you have any idea? Like,
You're living
I
in a
sell
loser mindset. I'm not begging. You're living in a
$150,000
loser
of coffee
mindset.
a month, every month. You think I'm fucking poor? I'm saying I make well over $1 million a year just on coffee.
Uh-huh.
You think?
Oh, now, hold on. He makes over $1 million a year on coffee.
Think.
Profit or just net income? It's different.
Oh my god.
I would believe maybe he sells $1 million of coffee
Maybe
a
he
year.
doesn't want to get into
What's
the
your cost
fucking.
on that? How much does it
Oh
cost
my
to
God,
make that
dude.
coffee? How much does it
He
cost to
doesn't-
ship that coffee?
He's not doing an investor meeting with a fucking viewer. Like he does like, man, shit like this is annoying. Where you're conversating with someone and then you're just saying like something general, like you're just saying something that's like, it's not like super duper accurate, but it's like in the ballpark of something because you're not gonna you're not gonna like go into the fucking weeds of what you're saying. And he's like, actually, what about this? Like, dude, he's just talking about like, how much money he makes from coffee. He's not being exact with numbers, obviously. Like, he's not gonna do an investor meeting with people.
That coffee. How much do you spend on advertisement for that coffee? Is it actually profitable? That's the real question. But in his head, I sell over $1 million of coffee a year, so that's success. No, it's not. It could be a loser. It could be a loss for him. He might lose money selling coffee. If he had to spend $80,000 for a Keurig machine to sell the Keurig cups, that's a big detriment to his profits. You know what I'm saying? These are the real questions, and the things. These questions need to be asked, not how much money do you make net, how much past all your expenses and all this stuff you're blowing on everything, how much do you really make? In my opinion, he has grifted his way to a point.
But if you ask
where
VSP how much money he
just
makes, he's
it
like, I don't know
sound
that.
Always like
I
he
don't
needs
know. You can
everyone to
use the
finance
calculator.
everything for him, and he's just been pocketing all the profits the entire time.
Again,
But the thing that's
I love that we're not allowed to know how much money he makes, which I mean, reasonably you can understand. But he is doing these videos like, we need to know the weeds of how much money he's making. We gotta know everything.
thing that's sticking him in the ass here is
What's
the
in his
coffee.
bank account?
The coffee doesn't make him money. He wanted it to, but now he's stuck with this thing. He can't
He's
get rid of
stuck
it.
with it.
And he just has to try to make a way to turn it into profits, and it really doesn't work. and it's driving him bonkers because it just
Bonkers.
doesn't work. But he can't give up on it because he's stuck with this thing, you know?
He's stuck.
But I could be wrong. Maybe it is insanely profitable, but that's not what he's saying here. He's just saying, "Oh, I made it sold $1 million of coffee." That doesn't mean anything. What's the profits on that? Was there a gifted? There was a gifted membership from Oh No Not Him Again. Thank you to Oh No Not Him Again.
Not him.
Oh, by the way,
we're skipping ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm so immersed in the block did a 10. There you go. And you know,
wow, we are still
people
on
are
this
doing
frame. Oh,
the whole
man.
time, and God, keep it moving because I would do.
Mouth
keep it
is.
moving.
Your
that
Mars
last
is.
video is where this video was meant to end, and this post by Return of the Mac and Cheese, posted March 24th, was only a footnote. Now, it is the reason this video had to be rewritten to include a new chapter. Quote, "Yep, I got an anonymous tip from someone who claims to know people who know of Jer IRL that Quartering's best friend is a legit wife-busting bull. I looked into it and can 100% confirm this is real, and dude and his wife swing through the Hambley house to get blackout drunk and hang out in the hot tub and use your imagination, what else?" Unquote. Jeremy's friend has stated publicly on Twitter that they are friends. He is also part of the Quartering's Discord server, even given the unique role of Quartering legend. Mac and Cheese then shows...
So, now, I'm going to go on record here. Okay?
Okay,
I'm going to go on record here.
Go on record, Phil.
This is the kind of shit that I don't agree with whatsoever. All right? If you're going to go after someone, okay, you go after their public problems, the things that they have pushed to the forefront through their behavior that has been public on their streams. So everything that we've done in this documentary up to now, right?
But
his gifting, his business.
What? Like that would explain the Melanie Max situation. Correct? Correct, Phil? Wouldn't that explain that?
Is begging for money because this is that his sky is falling, chicken little crying stuff, that everything is ending and he needs help. But then he claims that he's super affluent. The relationship, supposedly, I guess, that you could say with his wife that he keeps saying is falling apart, his attitude towards his employees and things like that. This is all public. 100%. This has all been public. Okay?
Okay.
This right now.
Okay.
This Kiwi Farm shit. Okay? This is now delving into the behind-the-scenes private shit. Okay? To be honest with you, unless this actually takes place on a stream or something that he has presented to the public, I really don't care. And that's my take. And I know a lot of people disagree and say, oh, no, he's a public figure, and therefore this is all pertinent. I disagree. I don't care about his private life, to be honest with you. I only care about what he is presenting to the internet as part of his business.
Okay.
These leaks and hearsay and rumors and all this stuff. I don't care.
Okay, even compare this to how he reacted to the Melanie Max situation. This dude was like, "Oh my god, guys, she said help me. Guys, why would he do this? Oh my god, guys, look at this. Whoa!" And now, like, this kind of, like, shows more of that side. Because maybe he was trying to get Melanie Mac in on the swinging lifestyle. Maybe that was what was going on there.
Even if all of this part not right now is true, and I don't know how long this is going to be covered in the documentary, I still don't care. It has nothing to do with anything that I'm involved in or have anything to say about. So I'll watch. I might not have much to say here. We'll have to see.
His friend's Discord ID is GrapeJelly817. There is a Reddit account with this exact same username. The problem was that this post and commentary was hidden, but a bug allowed Mac and Cheese to somehow view the hidden comments. Several comments were made on r/Midwest Hotwives, a subreddit dedicated to lewd photos and swinging, and also the Wisconsin Bulls subreddit. This is specifically dedicated to seeking out a quote-unquote bull, a third party to join in intercourse with a couple, sometimes as one partner observes rather than joining in. And Jeremy's friend, with his real name on Twitter, can be seen petitioning women for sex. This all proving that Jeremy's friend is an active swinger. The rest of the post is full of clips or photos meant to convince
I
readers.
also think it's funny. He is reacting this way about, like, this. But Derek... Derek, who was in his community for so long... Like, even aside from the YouTube playlist that's sus as fuck, the fucking Twitter post of Derek, I mean... DSP should look at what little Derek's been posted on fucking Twitter. I mean, it will change his life. He's like, what the fuck? I had this guy in my community.
That Jeremy and or his wife is involved with his friend and or his friend's wife.
Now look away,
First
Phil.
of note is this clip considered to be a Freudian slip.
Right? Like, he's got some STD, or clearly he's taking a part in that lifestyle. You know, in my experience, I've never taken part in this lifestyle, but I know I have friends who have, and then obviously I've covered people who have, you know, swingers. Instead of cucking now, they call it hot wifing, which is literally just letting your wife bone other dudes. Yeah.
This post also includes Jeremy's belief that Nick Rekieta, a different controversial creator receiving oral sex from a woman who is not his wife on stream, is not a quote-unquote own, Jeremy's previously leaked search of Reddit for cream pies, the specific type of pornography that appeared on his Twitter timeline when he streamed, a time that Jeremy allegedly posted cuck porn to his Twitter, a fantasy he explained while showcasing an interview with Gina Carano.
So now, you think DSP is going to be able to say, oh, okay, that's why he was in the swinger shit, because look at this. But he's going to just say, well, this is
Or
different,
he is a loyal friend who sits on the sidelines while Gina would be sleeping with various other individuals before gravitating to Jeremy inviting his friend and his friend's wife over to join him in his hot tub, while also commenting on his friend's wife's big old boobs, various other mentions of Jeremy's friend's wife visiting his house sometimes to clean, other mentions of Jeremy acting inappropriately towards women who are not his wife, and finally is this part of Mac and Cheese's closing statement. Quote, obviously nothing here is stone cold proof, but perhaps there is something to the long-term speculation in this thread. Let's just focus on the objective facts. Jer is a pervert and creep. Jeremy's best friend is a bull and swinger. Redacted appears to be wealthy and owns a $1.25 million 6-bedroom, 5-bath home, according to public record, yet his wife goes to Quarterman's house alone to quote-unquote clean regularly. Jeremy makes comments about his friend's wife's fat tits and how bad wants her in his hot tub while drunk on stream. Jeremy has cuckold and cuckold-adjacent fetishes, which he publicly exposed. Jeremy openly talks about having sex with women who are not his wife or simps for women and
Alright, when does he stop?
Okay, enough. But this explains why it's important.
Okay.
Like,
Mentioning
he keeps saying, why do people care about this? Why this is private information. The whole thing explained why people were talking about it, and he's just like, we gotta move on.
This is
we gotta move
speculation
on.
and
This is
their
too
opinion.
much.
Jeremy Hambley is a cock! Jeremy Hambley is a cuckold confirmed! His best friend Adam is a fucking bull that comes over to his house every fucking week and is plowing his wife! It turns out that Sky Roan was a vanilla gorilla all along!
Over the coming days, the coverage of Mac and Cheese's post was
You know,
reaching Jeremy and
I was expecting, maybe, that DSP Mr. I just care if everyone is happy would say, guys, why are we judging Quarterman for what he's into, guys? I mean, as long as he's happy, as long as his wife is happy, he's happy, the other guy's happy, why should we rain on their parade? You know, where's that? Why doesn't DSP say that? You just say, guys,
bringing
come on,
even
now
more
guys.
interest towards him and his shortcomings. Mac and Cheese and the casino were celebrating with a victory
See?
lap.
Look,
Jeremy was none
They
too
even had
pleased with what was going on.
look at that image.
His post was reaching Jeremy and bringing even more interest towards him and his shortcomings. Mac and Cheese
See, that dude consents, she consents, Jeremy consents. Like, I mean, come on. DSP should agree with this.
and the casino were celebrating
Because
with
they're
a
happy.
victory lap.
Isn't that
Jeremy was
important
none
for
too
him to be
pleased with
happy,
what was
Phil?
going on, nor with the Kino Casino.
PPP or Andy Worski, either one of you guys are welcome on my show anytime. Anytime. They would rather...
I look horrified. How do you think I feel? I want to know about this stuff. I don't care. Again, this is... Ugh.
But they explained why it's
It's
important.
just, you know, it's vile stuff.
Vile.
It's the deepest and darkest corner of someone's closet that's full of...
Okay, okay, is it really that bad? There's like worse things out there for people to find out. Like, I mean, this is just embarrassing because it's like, you know, think about the fucking like the cuckold thing, but come on. the cuckold situation, the cuck situation. It's like, you know, come on, that's like not the craziest fetish. I mean, come on. There's like other fetishes that actually have a lot of like stigma attached to it. The cuck thing is just more of like, wow, man, it's kind of like goofy. It's a goofy fetish. I don't quite understand that fetish, but it is what it is. I mean, but this guy's like, this is the deepest, darkest recess in the closet. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, man.
Rotting corpses. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's that.
I don't want even to know anything about this. I don't care, you know, but
there's worse things out there.
That my wife of 15 years is having an affair with somebody else and put that shit out on the internet like it's a fact based on nothing, then you know, I've reached out to both of them, and guess what? Neither one of them have replied. I wonder why that is.
On March 30th, Jeremy tweeted to address the ongoing drama, denying that he has an open marriage, and while he's fine with people making fun of him.
So this is it. This is the beginning of the end, because he has engaged. He has, even if he's engaged, outright denies everything. You've given them exactly what they wanted. You gave them the time of day. I want to go on their show. I've invited them on my show. I've contacted them. I've done that. You did all the wrong things. You literally had the list. Wrong thing, wrong thing, wrong thing, wrong thing.
Okay.
You know? Really. Because the truth is that
what's the truth?
All they want, as we've already said, they want the war. They want the smoke. That's what they say, right? They want the smoke. Right? They want him
smoke?
To start responding,
weed?
So now you can have a back and forth attack, and now they benefit from it, right? They will now get that boost of attention, because every time they talk about it, they know you're going to respond, and they can't wait to respond to your response every time on the next episode of their show. That's what they're pushing. So the moment you've responded here, in a video, anywhere, they've won. They've gotten what they want, and they're going to grab it, and they're going to continue on with it. So this is all bad what's going on here right now. Guitar Player, thanks for $5. I agree. Don't bring people's personal lives in.
Okay, we're going to move on from that.
That's just me, because, you know, I have a different set of morals, values, and beliefs than feeling sound and assured that the content that I made today.
Okay, I don't care about
to make a buck or to
for
everyone, and it's pertinent today.
And it's meaningful.
18 years ago, and it's still fun, and it's still
fun.
Dirty laundry was. I can't expect that every single person is going to be up to the same moral standard.
Okay.
I feel like it's messed up when someone feels like there's absolutely no line that can't be crossed or whatever. I've outright said this about Kiwi Farms. I think it's a heinous site. I don't care what Josh Moon says. I feel like that's a toxic place that is completely anti-humanity, and it should not exist.
Anti-humanity.
Okay, I really do.
Okay.
And it's just a really
but he only thinks that because because there's stuff on it that he doesn't like. There's other stuff you can argue about Kiwi Farms, whatever. We don't have to get into that.
Disgusting situation.
Okay.
That there are people, tons of people, who their entire business is based around, let's hurt people today. How is that allowed? How is that legal? Why is this something that we all accept? Why do we think it's good to get a laugh at the expense of someone else and stomping on them? I just don't understand it. You know, I don't.
Oh my God.
This shit happens. Tougher than if I'd gone the drama route, but I have found a way to be successful that doesn't harm others. So why is it okay for people to literally just harm others to get ahead? I'm lost. But again,
but making videos is a little different than like going out of your way. Like the people who like went to prove or find any information about Quarterman and the cuck stuff, right? Whatever. Like that's not like, nobody did that to make money. They did that because they just didn't like Quarterman. They wanted to prove that he's a cuck. Like that's just all that was going on. That is a completely different situation than people who are just saying, hey guys, I'm making a video today, we're going to talk about Quarterman and how he's a piece of shit and he's a loser. Like that's completely different than like people who go out of their way to do that. And yeah, it's not okay. I mean, again, like there are like issues with all these with trolling these sites or whatever, but you can't really police it because they're in like they either run on in different countries with different laws, or they just it, you can't expect the website to be responsible 100% for everyone. Like it is not that clear cut either. Like you can't prove, like how can you prove someone did something because of the existence of some of that site. I like you can argue that some of the information that's on the site is dangerous information to share and all that kinds of, but that's not like the same as saying that they're responsible for the action. It's just it's not a very clear cut situation, and it's kind of like unfair in some cases. But whatever, okay.
Again, I'm built different than a lot of other people, and I get that. Not everyone is the same,
guys.
okay? But the best way to engage here is to not engage. These people are saying horrible things about me and my family and all that. Just ignore it. Because if you don't give them anything, all they can ever do is speculate, right? That's it. All they can ever do is speculate based on hearsay, based on guesses, all of that. But the moment that you engage, you're just giving them the next thing to go after. You're giving them the bait they want. And he fell right into the trap. Dead on, face first. He charged into it because he was angry. Emotion can make you make big mistakes in life. I know that, again, firsthand.
This is so different. Like, this is kind of unfair. I mean, come on. Because anyone can understand why the quartering is acting the way he is. It's not like, oh, he's just full of emotions. These people are like bringing up his like personal situation and using it against him. Like, of course he's gonna be like, hey man, it's fucked up. This is our willingness, and this is what we do.
And I've made tons of mistakes in my life because of emotions.
Okay, now we're bragging about how bad
in his content. Maybe something slips here or there, and yes, you can insinuate something from what you've seen in his content, but that's not the focus of his content. And yet, this is now what people are going to come after him for. You know what I'm saying?
Claims the harassment has people mailing things to his house and making his wife feel unsafe. Mac and Cheese was twisting the knife, noting how March was Jeremy's worst month ever. Yet it has 18 million views. However, this is explained by Jeremy's strategy of uploading YouTube Shorts, short-form videos that get hundreds of thousands of views yet pay very little. His regular videos this month amounted to around 7.5 million views.
Yeah, for the record, just so everyone knows, YouTube Shorts pay almost nothing. Like,
I do not care about YouTube Shorts. He can like fucking
a detailed docs of Jeremy's friend was posted on QB Farms alongside a separate post detailing Jeremy's friend's criminal history that includes domestic abuse. On April 3rd, Jeremy again tweeted at the Kino Casino, requesting to have a debate/conversation. He also posted the messages he sent to PPP, and the considerably lengthier and far more numerous messages sent to Worski, likely because of their history covering similar topics in 2018. He'd even petitioned Null to host the possible debate. Null responded by clarifying that PPP is after Jeremy's financial information, likely circumventing the debate by mentioning how inconsistent Jeremy is with the status of his finances. Jeremy goes on to claim that he is willing to go on Caleb Hammer's Financial Audit podcast, a request previously made by the Kino Casino.
This is all, again, he is giving them everything they want. He's just handing it to them. Here you go, here you go,
okay.
here you go, here you go.
Okay, we
They're
know.
not responding
He
because
keeps
they don't
saying
want
it.
to engage you. They just want more content.
He keeps saying this
They're
same
content
shit.
Farmers. That's literally what they
over
are.
And
a lot of people
over
say, oh, they're
and
trolls.
over
No.
and
they're not.
over. Okay, we're moving on.
They know how to game the system. They
okay
on their streams, and then boom.
Dude, I'm debating just quitting this. Like it
that's going on right.
It's the same shit.
Thank you.
Over and over. Like, this is...
He doesn't want anyone digging any...
How the hell is he talking with that shit on his face? How does he talk?
Oh my god, are you kidding
me? To agree to fucking anything. Honestly. And we could probably get a lot more out of Jeremy because we hold all the cards.
See? He's publicly admitting it. He's literally publicly admitting it.
We have all the leverage in this situation. And I told you guys I told you guys, the house always wins.
Just one day later, PPP on Twitter shared a screenshot of a community strike the Kino Cathedral promo channel received, not to be confused with their main channel, Kino Casino Clips.
So, this is all going to be confusing for those who don't know.
God.
The Kino Cathedral channel is Ashton's, or PPP's. He doesn't use it a lot.
Ashton or
He puts out
PPP's?
promo
What?
clips and stuff like that. Then there's an official clips channel called Kino Casino Clips. That channel is owned by their editor, not them. And that's the one that was putting out highlight clips every single day when they streamed on YouTube. Okay? So there's a lot of channels involved. It's going to get a little bit confusing here.
The Kino Cathedral received a strike for harassment and bullying, PPP claiming it was Jeremy who reported the video and is responsible for the strike. Jeremy on Twitter stated, quote, PPP, a random Canadian, only considered stop spreading slanderous lies about my wife, my friend, and family if I gave him 7 years worth of tax forms. Again, a random fucking nobody demanded my tax forms in order to even consider stopping harassing my family and friends. Fuck him. Unquote. Jeremy was not going forward with the Caleb Hammer podcast or any debate for that matter. Later that night, PPP...
Imagine if someone did that for the DSP. DSP, give me your tax forms! Give them to me! Give them to me now! Do you think he's gonna be like, okay, man? Oh man, that kind of whatever.
Another video had been taken down, this time on the Kino Casino's main channel, for violating YouTube's policy on personally identifiable information. PPP will later confirm that it was filed by Jeremy's friend. The way the YouTube strike system works is that after a warning and 3 community guideline strikes, the channel is banned. This means that if just 2 more videos are taken down for a community guideline strike, so would the entire Kino Casino clip channel. Worski reported that Jeremy had shown the Quarterman YouTube channel was not the source of the initial report. Worski also believing that while it may not have been the quartering, Jeremy still has countless other channels. So the possibility of Jeremy being the source of the reports still remains.
I guess we're going to get technical now. So,
to
be honest with you, there's been a lot of misunderstanding and misinformation in regards to how YouTube works.
Oh my God.
Okay? The only time on YouTube that you can officially issue something that's related directly to your channel is a copyright strike. That is it. You can issue a copyright takedown request through your channel. You can actually do it right through the auto match system that is present on your YouTube channel.
Right.
Or you can manually submit a copyright takedown request through a form on the YouTube website, and you put all your channel information into it. That is it. Okay? If you are going to put a community strike against someone, which could be for harassment, for bullying, for doxing, for egregious content, for example, extreme violence, sexual content, all those would be considered community guideline strikes. None of that is done through a YouTube channel. Those are all separate reports that anyone can do. Okay?
Okay.
So the confusing thing about this part of the whole situation is that everyone seemed to want to find what was the evidence that it was Jeremy who did it through one of his channels. That doesn't exist because it's not done through a channel. Okay? It's not at all.
Oh, huh?
So this part, I think, was kind of like they were misguided. They didn't really know what was going on. And they're like, well, I don't know. Is it tied to a channel? Is it tied to this? It doesn't matter. It's not through a channel. Only a copyright strike is done through a channel, ever. Okay? So it didn't need to have an association with any channel. And this is what was confusing, because I think what they're going to do is Jeremy started showing, oh, look, I didn't flag any channel. It wouldn't show up anywhere. Like, no lie. If let's say, for example, someone issued right now a takedown against a YouTube channel, there's nowhere on YouTube to see that. It doesn't exist. There's no
but how does that...
Here's your takedown attempts.
He's saying this, but how does that disprove, like, how does that prove that Quarterman didn't do it? What if he just didn't log into the Quarterman channel to do it?
Only copyright. That's it.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you to Flatman for $2. He says, Jeremy has inside people at YouTube. Facts, bro. We're going to talk about this. I think we're going to get into it.
Oh, I was going to say,
let's continue.
We don't know.
Let's see how deep this gets, because I don't know how technical this is going to get.
You know what?
I hate to say it. For all the wrong reasons, I know a lot about the technical side of YouTube, the shit that I had to go through all these years of people harassing me. So, let's go.
Morning of April 5th, Worski stated that their strikes were appealed as to have them overturned, and their videos were restored. The looming threat of a ban was seemingly gone. Jeremy, still being blamed for the initial reports, was claiming that if he wanted to get them banned, he could, claiming either Worski or PPP is a ban evader and that their YouTube channel is a walking terms of service violation. Worski retorted by believing this was an admission that Jeremy was behind the reports and also posted his YouTube channel as to show he is not ban
Why
evading.
would Andy
Even
do
so,
this?
Jeremy continued
He's
to
giving
tweet,
Quarterman
now
what
more
he
menacingly.
wants.
Quote, if these clowns keep going after my friends and family just because they don't like me, totally fine. I will in fact take everything they have and never apologize for it. Psycho weirdos are messaging my wife, calling her phone, people are harassing my friends. Roast me, fine. There used to be a line, I don't give a fuck what you say about me, but these psychos are harassing my family, my wife, and my friends.
And sadly,
Sadly,
here is now the end result of all of the years of the content that the Quartering has put out. Because
What?
we already went through the history in this documentary of the kind of content that Jeremy would put out. He would hyper focus on a person. He would make a ton of videos about said
Oh my
person.
god. Oh my
right?
god. So now the light is turned on to him. Now he's part of the ridicule he put Brie Larson through. He's gonna say
He would
that.
say bad things
He's
about
gonna say
them.
something poetic
And,
like that.
I mean, there was the cosplayer in the Magic the Gathering community. There was Brie Larson, right? And so he's made this kind of content before. He's benefited directly from this kind of content before. And now, whoop, now the target has now been aimed directly at him. And now he's feeling
But this is like a little different.
likely
Like,
how the people who he was targeting felt.
oh my god, okay.
And it doesn't feel good. I know, because I've been there.
Dude, these, like, oh my god. The first part, or whatever, where they talk about, like, the Magic Gathering cosplayer, that whole thing, like, people were giving him shit then. And he was like, oh, well, this, like, he was belittling other people who, you know, whatever. Like, this double standard was already established before. I'll put it that way. Like, this happened before. And he's like now saying as if this is the first time.
You know,
this is
it doesn't
happening.
feel good to think that most people on the internet are laughing at you and think that you're some kind of a scumbag, to think that you're...
I'm trying to think of it though, because like I think it was I don't know, but it was the double standard of it, because he did the same shit, and at the end of the day, like he's going through all this. He could very well continue doing the same shit he's been doing anyway, because like sometimes people just don't even care. They just
You're a
do
degenerate, to think
whatever.
that you're all messed up.
Or they just think they're
Whether
always
it's
right.
completely
Whatever,
true,
you know?
completely false, or landing
Whatever.
somewhere in the middle. To have the ire of the internet on you is a horrible thing. And this is what his game was. Like, this was his game was grift, and his game was culture war drama. And the culture war drama created a lot of harassment towards people. And then when people called him out for it, oh, we're under attack, grift to pay for everything. That was always his methodology.
Well, he could still do
of
that
success.
because you really
And
think
now,
nobody is like, come
you're
on.
at the end game of it, right? The end result of all the years of that
yeah.
happening.
Quarterman is never gonna come back from
Now
this.
it's happening to him. People who are actual better content farmers and perhaps better grifters than he ever was are now doing the shit shoveling towards him, and he doesn't know how to respond to it, and it's destroying him. He's
But
doing all this stuff
This
now
has happened before.
out of like
I
this
mean,
kind of
whatever.
desperate attempt to try to stop them, but they will never stop because they're now making the most money they've ever made off of this man.
I don't think it.
So why
whatever.
would they stop?
Are they making the most money ever from this? I don't know, because I mean,
Okay.
They have no rules, and starting today, neither do I. You guys have spread disgusting, vile lies about my wife. You literally retweeted a Photoshop picture of her, someone who is not on the internet. I strongly dislike you, but would never dream of bringing your family into anything. I don't think it's crazy to expect two other grown men to understand that my wife, who is not an online person, to be left out of things. The more they push it, the more I want to become the villain they already accuse me of." Unquote. This was viewed as yet another empty threat, one that brought on even more ridicule. New to the mix was Jeremy's often uttered, inane question, "How was your weekend?" a question Jeremy poses before going on what are viewed as excessive discussions of mundane activities, all in an effort to fill time on his podcast. Jeremy was not being taken seriously. So again, still on April 5th, he reconfirmed his threat.
This is just it. See how much he tweeted? He just again, he's like unhinged now, and he's doing it again. Unhinged. He keeps going on these crazy X Twitter tirades of just post after post after post after post after post after post. It's like, oh my god! So here it comes again.
Here it comes.
First will be your YouTube, which is in violation of ban evasion. Easy takedown. And next will be your kick. I literally begged you two to be reasonable. I tried everything. You chose this. All I wanted was to let you guys dunk on me. Unquote. PPP responded by stating that Jeremy is shameless, has no power anywhere, and is a cuckold. Jeremy then reached out to Null again as a medium to relay a message. He is demanding that the Kino Casino take down their videos attacking his marriage or he will bury them, and that he can burn it all down with his 5 years guaranteed salary at Rumble. In this screenshot, Jeremy claims he has a non-racial slur YouTube representative, and all it would take is one phone call. The medium of communication would become exceedingly important in the coming days. As for Jeremy's threats, PPP posted this message and refused Jeremy's offer, calling it a Mafia Don extortion tactic. That was the final straw. In the early morning of April 6th, Jeremy promised scorched earth. More mockery came as a response to Jeremy's newest threat. Kiwi Farms celebrated both Jeremy's rage and how well-fed PPP from the Kino Casino would be in monetizing Jeremy. As many hours had gone by and Jeremy had failed to make good on his threats, his Twitter replies had become so filled with comments mocking him that even the ones he purposely hid were so numerous they possibly outnumbered the unhidden replies. Even Null commented on Jeremy's inaction. Finally, Jeremy began streaming, and many viewers anticipating the stream both joined and were banned likely for their comments. Null also commented on the stream as Jeremy was not even talking about the Kino Casino, rather returning to his standard programming. The scope of mockery was increasing. More creators...
The answer to all of this is so simple. What? I don't know how people couldn't figure this out. Why did nothing take place on April 6th? Because it was my birthday.
Oh my
That was
God.
my birthday marathon.
Okay, just fucking eat it.
And then they went back down.
Eat a shoe.
All right.
Kino Casino.
We're still here, Jeremy Hambley of Wisconsin.
It turned out that this was not the first time a threat of the sort came from Jeremy. In 2018, creator Mr. Medicare was fighting with Sargon of Akkad, and had the possibility of getting his channel struck or perhaps even banned just by the act of a viewer donating a racist message. The quartering threatened to do such a thing, going as far as to demand to confront him, but only on Medicare's live stream as to send a racist message to possibly get his channel banned. When Medicare failed to agree to Jeremy's terms, Jeremy himself began streaming and accepted a call from Keemstar. It was then that Keemstar added Medicare to the call, assuring the confrontation would happen, just not on Medicare's channel as Jeremy demanded.
This is all like backstory, and it's just confusing throwing it in so late. Like, this should have been like in 2018. Vassal, thank you for a 1313 super chat. He says all from Twitch.
We're just gonna move on.
Thank you, Vassal, for a 1313 super chat. I
don't want to hear
that.
what he said about
That's
Twitch.
actually our biggest.
I don't know what why he brought that up.
And the
I don't care.
Please engage and support.
We are gonna move on positively.
Have had big success recently with all of my gameplay content and my podcasting. All right, this has been a departure for me.
Okay.
And if I'll do more.
GM, oh my God, are you scared of the audience? You scared of what happened to Ralph? I'm going to super chat you 1488. Wink, wink. Fuck you.
No, that's not
Fuck
what I
you.
said.
You're obvious. Fuck you.
That's not what I said.
That was what Jeremy, in essence, said.
You just told me you didn't say it though, but you did.
Yeah,
You did say. Just like you said. You know.
What a fucking bum. Oh, come on, Jim. Let me get you flagged.
Oh, come on, Jim. Let me run gay ops and deplatform you. It's been a long time.
You don't have a reputation that precedes you. You're just some fucking guy on YouTube like everybody else.
So then why do you assume I would flag your shit?
He kind of does have a reputation. Like, pretty much everybody hates him. And now,
yes. Star from the top.
This 2018 stream had one more standout comment from Jeremy.
Your content isn't even art, Jim. Your content isn't even artistic.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean,
your content isn't artistic.
I know. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Right, be good. Bye.
As for the Kino Casino stream, it opened with a particularly passionate and directed monologue by PPP, both challenging Jeremy to act and emphasizing PPP's resolve.
You think they'll ever stop fucking with you, bitch? Send the fuck fucking papers, cock. Fucking do it. You'll never do fucking shit. Do it.
So, my take, all right, they know.
What's his take? What's his
that
take?
no matter what happens, they win now because he's already engaged. So since he already engaged, they can endlessly make fun of this guy forever, and that's a revenue train for them. If he continues to engage, that's even more of a revenue train for them. But if they can goad him into actually trying to take an action against them, okay, what ends up happening is they go from the content farmers that people like to martyrs.
Content martyrs.
Because now they can stand on the hill of free speech. We were just doing what everyone else does. I don't understand why everyone else can make drama content and we can't. So why on earth are we going to be attacked for it? It's not fair. It's not right. You shouldn't be able to flag channels. You shouldn't be able to take people down for it, right? And the thing is, it's like I've said, an eye for an eye doesn't work because at the end of the day, everyone ends up blind.
Oh my
right?
God, dude.
One of the unspoken things that YouTube content creators who react or do drama content will never really publicly talk about is the fact that they'll all talk shit about each other in a circle endlessly as long as it makes them money, but they're never actually going to go after anyone. Like, for example...
Yeah, because they don't want to go after other people. Like, they're just talking shit, and Quarterman could have either just ignored them or not. Like, clearly, like, sending reports, and these are, like, like, on top of that, these reports were, like, sus. Weren't they just, like, not, like, legitimate anyway? Like, people didn't even view these as legitimate reports. Like, the fact that there are accounts that I follow on Twitter that oh my god, that aren't, like, Casino fans, I'll put it that way. They didn't even view this as, like, a legitimate, like, report. They were just like, yeah, this is fucked up. Like, they were just, like, reporting on, like, shit that is on the internet. Like, they're just looking at stuff that's already been posted. Like, it's kind of like going after the wrong person, right? Like, as I said, you could go after, like, the people who find the information to post it, but people are just like, hey, look at that. Like, that's not really, like, that bad in comparison. Like, you can say it's like unfair content or whatever. Like, there's a lot you can look at this, and he's like, well, look at this. They just only care, but, like, it's...
No one's going to say, I hate you, and I'm going to go try to beat you up in real life. That's never going to happen. Maybe there'll be a stupid boxing match that makes them big money, but why would you just go beat someone up? That doesn't actually fit the narrative of what you're trying to do. You're trying to have an endless cycle of drama so everyone can make money and benefit. That's the game. In a lot of ways, the ultimate suckers of this kind of content are the viewers. Because in reality, do you really think that any of these people really hate each other?
Oh my god, he loves bringing up the viewers because it gives his viewers be like, damn, he's right. I'm never watching these channels ever again. I'm not gonna be a sucker. And I'll keep watching Phil and give him $50 to unpack a Pokemon card.
No, they don't. They're just doing this to make money. If there was no money in it, they wouldn't give a shit. If they weren't making hand over fist money making fun of the quartering, they would never have brought up his name.
They were literally talking about quartering before all of this was happening anyway. And, like, how does he know that they're doing it off of money? It just shows you what DSP values in content creation. What makes money? Like, how does he know these two are like, oh, Andy, look how much money we made talking about Quarterman. Let's keep talking about Quarterman.
And if they all of a sudden stopped making money on him, they would move on to somebody else who would make them more. That's how they operate. They don't actually want Jeremy or the quartering to be hurt. Jeremy or the quartering shouldn't want them to be hurt because this is all a reciprocal thing where everyone can make money, right? But again, that's the unspoken rule. So,
dude, he literally said earlier in this video that Quarterman can't make money in this situation. He literally said that in this part. And now he's like, yeah, Quarterman doesn't know he could also make money from this, but you said he couldn't.
What they're hoping is either he's never going to do anything, in which case we win, because we can just keep making fun of him. Or he will take action. And the moment that he strikes me down, what is the quote that Obi-Wan Kenobi says in Star Wars A New Hope? If you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you can ever
Okay, we're moving
do.
on.
It's
We're
just going
moving
to help
on.
them more. Okay?
My favorite line.
Seriously. Bandits admits that a $2 super chat says it's YouTube WWE hype. In a lot of ways, you're absolutely positively correct. The difference here is
my favorite
WWE
line,
is fake,
as Jack
and
always
this stuff,
says,
this internet blood sport stuff, okay, is real. Meaning they're actually talking about real people, not created characters. They're actually talking about real occurrences and personal stuff, not made up plot lines that Vince McMahon and Triple H came up with in a stupid.
Okay, we're moving on.
They'll always be embroiled in it forever.
Okay.
These guys are master content farmers. They're successful somewhere? No, because they're
Wait, what?
Anything else in their lives?
Bro.
Not to say that they need to be, but do you think that either of these guys are going to get a 9-to-5 job and be successful somewhere?
Doesn't PvP have a
no? Because they're
IRL
now
job,
so
though?
embroiled down this internet drama thing.
I thought
Anytime someone's background
Whatever.
check on this guy, let me find him. What the hell is all this I'm seeing on the internet? I don't want this guy working for me. So this is it. This is their life. This is their future.
life.
They're stuck in it forever.
It's their life.
So, not that that's a bad thing with the amount of popularity and money they're making. I'm just making a point here. So, 1,000,000%, okay? This is exactly what they wanted. I'm not saying that they actually wanted their channel to be taken down and never restored. I'm just saying,
okay,
like he does, that basically they're going to benefit. This is what they wanted all.
Right now, you said that you had the connections. You said to Josh Moon in DMs that you were talking to Eddie from Kick and we would never stream again. Well, I'm still fucking here, bitch. What do you fucking think about that? You're gonna have to drag me out of this motherfucker with a crane, cause I'm fat as fuck and I've had it with you.
As to continue to undermine Jeremy and highlight his failure, the casino compared themselves to Jeremy's recent humiliating Kick debut.
Here's Jer's Kick debut. An hour and 25 minutes into his stream today, he had the lofty and grand total of 6 viewers on this site. Right now, we have 10,681.
In the early morning.
This I don't understand. Why did he try to stream on Kick?
Why try?
That doesn't seem to make sense.
Yeah,
he has a good
question,
viewership
Phil.
on
Why
YouTube.
try?
He's trying to work on this Rumble contract. I don't know why he tried
Why
to
try? Why
Kick.
try?
April 9th, and regardless
Maybe
of
he
his
thought he was gonna
inaction,
get more
Jeremy tweeted
viewers
again,
there.
stating how easy it would be to get their channel banned, citing PPP, not Andy Worski, as the banned evader. Jeremy, in another deleted tweet, even alluded to getting their Kick channel banned. Just when it appeared that Jeremy was going to take the Kino Casino down, he posted this multi-paragraph tweet, now saying that he should have never implied anything about taking their channel down, and that it was him getting emotional. Even though he is displeased with the rumors they've spread, he also understands the error in oversharing information and how it has become weaponized against him. His new strategy is to write it out. This was not so easily accepted, as creators and viewers alike had hardly forgotten about the gravity of Jeremy's previous threats. Jeremy on his gaming stream was getting harassed like never before. This was meant to be the pinnacle of the scandal, the pinnacle of outrage directed at Jeremy. In reality, it was just the beginning. On April 10th, the Kino Casino's biggest channel, their Clip channel, was banned for violating YouTube's terms of service.
No, that's false. I actually have to call out June here. He misworded this. He said their biggest channel, the Clips channel, was taken down. No, their biggest channel is their Kick channel.
No,
now, it's not a YouTube channel, but their biggest, that is their income.
He's talking about the
source
YouTube
channel.
Oh my god, I'm moving forward. Like,
statement.
No,
this is a side channel where they're making some side revenue on clips, and the editor makes a ton of money on it. Like, that's his major life income.
Oh
and
my
they,
god.
from what I'm to understand, they are making some money on the Clips channel. At least they were at one.
Okay, we're still moving
1,000,000%.
Like, come
Invasion.
on.
He
That's
really
like...
is the most pathetic worm you could possibly imagine. Free speech warrior my ass, our channel is under attack.
Now here's where the big mystery begins. How could they be flagged for ban evasion if they're not banned anywhere? If none of PPP's channels are banned.
Oh my god, he literally said in the fucking video I watched in the other video, whatever the fuck, where he was like, oh yeah, they said it was ban evasion because Andy Worski's in it and his channel got banned. So you know
If
the
none of
mystery.
Andy's channels are banned, how could their Clips channel get banned for ban evasion? In addition, the Clips channel is owned by their editor. If it's owned by YouTube work, also banned from making other content on YouTube for yourself.
Like this just makes him look like a fake person. Like, he explained how this worked, and now he's like, I don't know how this worked. Like, he's a different person when he's on the DSP Reacts channel. He's so fake. It's ridiculous.
But there's something that I like to call the Keemstar rule.
Oh my god, the Keemstar rule, the
around
Keemstar
this rule
dick,
for
the
many
Keemstar,
years. Okay?
Cack.
So even if one of PPP's channels or one of Andy Worski's channels were banned on YouTube, there wouldn't make sense that their Clips channel, which supposedly is owned by their editor, would be banned.
I love he keeps saying supposedly. Supposedly. But if they say it's owned by his editor, then it's owned by his editor. Why does he keep saying supposedly?
For ban evading, it actually doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Okay?
Because didn't they say because YouTube just based it on like, hey, Andy's is on this channel because he's in the videos. Like that's probably what's going on.
I'm not saying they're lying, for the record. I'm just saying this is where the fishiness comes in. This is where the big question mark
But
for the
you're
last
saying
month.
supposedly.
Everyone's been scratching their head. How is this possible? This doesn't make sense per the rules. The rules are the rules. They apply to everyone. How could they have their thing banned for ban evading? They're not ban evading.
Creators and Twitter users were quote tweeting in support of the Kino Casino. Andy Worski reconfirmed the reason the channel was taken down was for ban evasion, just like Jeremy threatened. Even Andy Worski's main channel was banned just minutes afterward. Jeremy shared this photo.
Oh, did you hear that?
No, I
hate
didn't
to
hear
say
it, Philip.
That shouldn't have been glossed over. Even Andy Worski's channel was banned just a few minutes afterward. Now we don't just have a one-off weird situation. Now we have a pattern.
Whoa!
We have two channels.
Oh my god!
That were not banned.
Whoa!
That supposedly were both banned,
You got
and
a
I
pattern.
believe
Detective
they were
Burnell's
both
on the
banned
case
for ban evasion. Right? What is going on?
Oh! The detective is led astray. He's derailed. The detective is derailed.
I don't know. Anyway, so for example, now there's two. Was Andy Worski's channel banned for ban evasion? Did it say ban evasion? Well, he's not evading a ban. He's not banned. How could he be banned for ban evasion? Okay.
Okay.
You can't. If you have two channels on YouTube, you can't have them both banned for ban evasion. That doesn't make sense, right? It can't. If those are your only channels, there has to be an original channel that broke YouTube's terms of service that got banned for that, whether it's harassment, bullying, copyright infringement, whatever it may be. That channel got...
Again, he also is not... He's kind of ignoring the... Like, this could also be why people think Quarterman has an inside man. Because if they're using general terms of ban evasion, it may just be so that YouTube, whatever, doesn't look the... So they're not like, wait a second, what is this? Those be like, oh, ban evasion, okay, like, whatever. We get the... Like, they probably send out a lot of ban evading reports to multiple channels. Like, I don't think Andy's the first one to get that notification. So, he probably said that so it can officially go through, and it will not be scrutinized. But, DSP doesn't know that. I think I'm gonna stop here. We're almost done, I think. We're like halfway. So I'll watch the rest next week. Because there's a lot to cover. I kind of wish I didn't do the first half, but whatever, it's fine. But that is it for this. There's no stream today because, he's a little bitch. But we know what we can do. Hold on, I'm gonna go to full screen for a bit. Because I don't know what YouTube, what Twitter is gonna show you. I don't want Twitter to leak, bullshit. Okay, alright. So I'm gonna go to his, I'll have to I'm not gonna log in, fuck that. I don't, so, whatever, it is what it is. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.